Hello everybody and welcome once again to another episode of Too Many 20's, the show where the players are few, the dice are many, and the too many 20's, once in a while we hope.
Or all the ones.
And before we start, just want to make a quick announcement. It happened last week, but for those who are a bit more eagle-eyed, but just wanted to make a quick announcement of Hazel having made the Talon sword, and I've got to say I am truly impressed. Didn't say this last week because I was hugely blindsided by it. But yeah, I was...
Oh god, turn on!
Turn it on now.
Where's it turned on?
Yeah, it turns on.
Yeah, check this out, guys. Oh!
Alec.
Alec, come to the quick. There, love this.
Yes.
It even glows green. I love that. That's just well done.
Whatsoever.
Oh, and it's also got a very nice calligraphy Talon on the side. Because of course.
And we've got.
And it has already killed many.
That one is scary.
Well, yeah, it's Tim's weapon.
She bathed it in blood.
It's Tim's weapon, of course. It's big.
That's knife. That's yours? Okay.
And just
My hand,
a random knife as well.
Because we need them. And you know, the proper one.
A true man.
Yes, every
Between
bar
three
means
and
every
one knife between the rest of us.
It's like going to be the shooter's problem, but here we are.
Yep.
Oh,
No, it's like
It's
Okay.
like touchscreen.
No more
It's the
knife.
wrong colour.
so, well, thank you very much for that, Hazel. I'm very impressed with
Tricolour is
that.
not a colour.
It's not
Even though Alec's going to be holding it the whole time.
We might shuffle it. Alex is like it.
Take it from his cold dead hands.
No. This on the table is just.
Oh god, please don't.
Right.
Oh god,
That could go all
not
over.
nice with
That end of the table, please.
no, there's an arm closer.
So we're having PvP combat.
Vast. Just surrender now. It's
Should
easy.
have got automatic advantage with the bloody metal skewer.
I got a natural 20. No, you didn't. Yes, I did.
I've got nothing, guys.
Where's my shield?
Through the cards.
Paint that.
Magic missile. Magic missile. Okay.
And has
This is
also
a very,
Oh,
very
yeah.
good
Yeah.
stuff.
Has also made the tiara. Which, again, very impressive. This one we've done this week, so no eagle-eyed people this time.
Hazel is an ad prop switch.
Should be a lens flare.
I mean, I'm going to let her take the ukulele. She can no.
Anyone see 2001 Space Odyssey? Just see this little space baby.
Oh yeah.
Our volume's a bit loud, sure.
I don't even know what a star
Cheers.
is.
How do you know? He's constantly keeping it.
Okay, so if we all remember last week, alright guys, if you all remember last week, there was a situation in which they had kidnapped the enemy and the leader of the Red Brand.
Not sure I kidnapped
I don't think we kidnapped him.
That's a strong word.
I think we half rescued him as well.
He was unconscious at
From
the
the
time, to be
collapsing
fair.
It semantics are
I
occurring.
moved him whilst unconscious.
He did also winningly surrender and say, "Take me with you," but then we just were violent towards him and just pretended.
Yeah, I don't think he's willing anymore.
Details.
Not anymore.
Violence and annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
I don't know. I think the
Major.
interrogation process.
they are currently imprisoning the leader of the Red Brand's glass staff, having had some questions with him, had some conversations, found out a few interesting pieces of information. While going through the ruins of the destroyed chapel to Tamora, they discovered an interesting tiara among the rubble. And seemingly every time somebody puts it on, they get very fabulous. And they also see odd flashbacks of some seemingly past thing that happened to their minds. Now, they have been through their interrogations, they've been through their questioning, and most of the group was rushing to supposedly save Sildar Hallwinter, who was supposedly under attack when Tim and Alistair, who had decided to hang back a little bit, well, they had a conversation under a tree and were attacked once again by the newly branded head collector, who went down in record time. And Alistair made Tim somehow bigger, and Tim then decided who needs to attack, just fall over on him. And the head collector's slow, strangely enough not very good on perception, and
2.5 ton.
yup. So that's 5d20 damage and spew!
And a splat.
And a jam
And a
sandwich.
flat. Collector.
He is flat in the fair.
How loud was the reverberation of that thud when Tim hit the ground?
Went through
They felt it in the inn.
Yeah.
A couple of squirrels fell out of the tree.
Well, I know there were no volcanoes active before Tim fell over, but after,
Suddenly you hear boom! Ah, crap.
that's a squirrel for my
Yeah, that's the tiara shows a prophecy of Tim.
That's what this year was. Brilliant. Okay, so
The accidental big bad.
Yeah.
so now we are ready to begin our adventure. As you pick yourself up, kind of wipe off your stomach, Tim, as you realise there is now like excess gore collected.
I almost attacked Alistair and then deraged.
You don't have to get through some of this.
Shuddered.
You weren't there.
Yeah, that
You
was-
weren't
I think,
there.
I think I said something like, "I'll
Not
protect."
before
I
we
will
flattened
protect.
the head collector.
Yeah, you guys were basically running partly up the hill, then.
The fuck was that?
Virus got out of the way very quickly.
Did everyone see Tim, or was it Tim's grandfather's spirit they saw?
They saw his grandfather's spirit animal go, what the hell? And then just boom!
I then
Basically the
attempted
hill
to
shook.
examine a body.
I
There was
was like
nothing left
13
to
feet
examine.
tall.
And just basically went, killed her.
Am I still big?
It only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
Thus
Yeah,
far,
yeah.
the minute has not passed, you've just
Okay.
gone
I'll double
on
check.
the fella.
Double check. I think it's a minute.
Yeah, but it requires concentration.
Yeah.
I thought you'd try.
Yeah, because we'd arrived. I tried to examine
Yeah,
the
man.
body and got nothing.
Yeah, we
So you're still
just
quite
at the
big
end
at the
of
moment, you're still your
Very
colossal
touching
Tim.
line and Tim.
Well, that's the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
And-
like,
They're quite
30
nice,
seconds
isn't
really.
it? Yeah.
And now it's...
But you're
Well,
These guys are just
I'm
right,
right in
I think.
thinking
I'm
we've
just like
got-
hyper.
are you guys running up the hill at the moment?
Yeah.
Or
We
you
have
just got-
already
I don't know what that
We've
was.
just arrived by the
I got 2 natural 1s on perception for the body. It made no difference. I got a natural 1 and a 10. It made no difference. There was nothing to find.
Indistinguishable.
As you got to the top, you see a hulking... You think it's Tim, but way bigger.
Hello!
What did you do?
That? A lot bigger?
I collected the head collector on my chest.
That.
I mean, okay. I don't think you can reach. I don't think you can reach.
He does not look tasty.
I wasn't going to eat him.
Oh.
This one.
I gestured to the highest.
One
I was gonna
with
say,
advantage.
Like,
Was this him?
are we?
Yes.
Yeah, but he felt it.
Okay, cool.
That's 15, so...
We should have quizzed while he was ahead.
Oh, for goodness.
That went way over my
Very
head.
in the cellar of the inn, growing up
Like
in
4
motion,
foot.
you feel that
10 feet over my head.
In fact, a few of your beers seem to kind of teeter a bit. Roll me a dex.
Oh.
With disadvantage, you're drunk.
That's enough.
7.
You are able to catch one glass. However, as another one falls, you go to catch that one, not reorienting the other one, and both just go whoop, smash, smash, and you've lost your balls.
That figures my dex is not really good right now.
So you're a bit like, yeah.
Fear!
As the trapdoor to the inn opens. Are you alright over there? Or you're smashing?
Just do a few drinks.
Smashing.
One of these.
Alright. Well, apparently stuff's going on outside. I don't know if you want to check it out. I know I should. That might be a good idea.
Sure, yes, see what's going on.
I mean, let's face it, you're more badass than I am. I've got a
Well,
bit
you
of a leg
know,
problem. I mean, I know right now you're legless, but I'm missing a leg.
I'm ready. I just like flip them out. Just put them away.
You go very serious for a second, and then go a bit.
Yeah.
Sure you are. Okay. Right. As Toby just leaves you to it. It's like, when you're ready.
I storm off in what I believe is a confident walk.
You're a bit. just kind of like that. One of those things you punch and just like that.
It's time to save the world.
It's like how Tom Cruise runs around corners, he just goes like that.
Unintentional Tom Cruise.
That's a great thing. Unintentional Tom Cruise. Love it. Okay. As you head out, you see a giant turtle seemingly lying on the ground, just wiping gore off himself, and everybody else just seemingly a bit shaken.
Ah, Tim, stop! No! It's not getting all over me!
Do you think I'm sexy?
Oh, I regret that.
I'm not sure if that's like masochistic.
Roll me a con save.
I mean,
Immediate, like.
No!
That's a.
You
That's non-canon, folks.
upon being drunk and the sight of just a giant turtle smearing gore suggestively on himself, you're like,
I've just walked out. I'm like, oh hey, it's. Oh.
no.
I just go like white.
So, this is why I left.
I got away from this. Okay, so as everybody is now situated in front of the inn, and Tim suddenly goes, and the gore seemingly shrinks along with you. You're a bit like, oh.
Splashes up here.
Now it's just like a kind of a smaller smear.
I mean,
Like you wouldn't have guessed it was from. Oh dear.
It's a slight tip.
The sneeze collector,
I
yeah.
cast bless.
You wouldn't have guessed it.
don't give the DM a blessing.
You would not have guessed that it was coming from the head collector, considering the size of the smear now.
Oh my guys, I think Alistair just saved you all.
No, that was all you, Tim.
You made him
He
be.
did some beginning.
He just went,
Well done,
But he
Alistair.
wouldn't have been able to do that if you hadn't
Well done, Alistair.
chosen him.
well done, teamwork.
It was some good magic.
He did good. Everybody,
You did very good as
everybody
well.
praised him.
Well done.
Are you sure you're back to normal size yet?
Yeah, you're just quite small. Sorry, good one.
Oh, alright.
I mean, if he casts it on you, then maybe you could look me in the eye.
He chuckles at that. There's no malice in that statement.
Is anyone else? Because obviously we're like head closer into the orchard now.
Tobin seems to be like looking, peering very kind of like coming from the window.
Because obviously that is that at the house.
There is the orchard far further beyond the.
Can we see anything up the hill?
You see that a couple of apples have seemingly fallen off the trees, but that's about it.
I'd pick up some apples.
They're a distance away.
I mean, how far?
Good,
I mean-
50 feet, 60 feet.
You're currently dragging glass stuff, aren't you?
That's
We
true.
left him.
No,
No,
we
we
were
haven't.
taking him to the town
No,
hall
it's
to
Why
find
don't
his
you drop glass stuff and just jog over to pick up some apples?
I follow his side.
How many apples?
Roll me nature. Oh no, survival.
Okay.
I got my donkey with me.
Donkey.
Not in the
Five.
basement, you don't.
Okay.
5. You find 2 apples.
Ooh.
I know, we left the basement, so.
I did do that.
I'm watching glass
They
stuff.
do look tasty.
Eat
Tim,
them.
I
Oh,
got some apples.
Oh, hey.
They look tasty.
How do you
I'm
like
fairly sure he's
them?
unconscious.
How do you like
I'm
those?
not sure I trust him.
I mean, I've got this ice cream.
Even unconscious, he's sighing.
Raw.
Okay, so.
I do a general glance around the area. Does anyone else seem to notice this?
A couple of people have seemingly come out of their houses like, what the hell was that? And then they look up and just like, what's one? As you see that some of the, as you see towards the forest, some crows have seemingly gone up into the sky, just.
In my paranoia, do I notice Viewers' absence?
Oh, there is just sitting by.
He got out of the way very quickly when you
Oh,
took the room.
he was just sitting by watching, so he's probably just buggered off now.
You don't see them.
Flew off with the rest of the party.
It's just one of them.
Perfect cloak.
Graham will hit the crows.
Oh wait, no flying speed.
It flies through sheer belief alone.
It's a crow with one wing.
There's actually another crow underneath him carrying him. It's a carrying crow.
Like that kid who flies and that's just carrying them. Okay.
I'm not going to gratify that.
No, I really want to.
Won't dignify that with a response.
I stay with the glass stuff.
Okay. Last stuff just kind of pass out.
Is it breathing?
He is breathing,
Okay.
although his face is kind of a little bit in the dirt, so I don't know if I would just maybe reorient his face.
Fix him over.
There you go. Okay, so
Which house was Thomas at again? The one where where's my notes?
Thomas.
What, the child?
So I think I wrote it down. No,
The one thing.
they don't talk about the child. You cannot talk about the child.
I can't.
What child? Never a child.
Toblin. He gave him that letter. I've written it down weirdly.
He gave you the letter.
Toblin
Yes.
gave us a letter for Edenmark.
Edenmark.
For Darren Edenmark.
I wrote it down so far.
Because that's what I wrote down.
Keep in mind, eh?
That's Alistair, definitely not me.
Of course, no, because he gave the letter to me.
They gave me a letter as well. This one.
Said you may want to read it, and you haven't.
It was.
No, he gave you a letter. He's given me a letter.
You got this.
Sure, he
two
gave me a
different
letter to
letters.
Edenmark.
Yeah. Alistair was given a letter that he was told he might want to read. He's chosen not to.
His business.
Yeah, I don't know about the letter.
We're not
You're right,
getting any good information.
Everybody
I know
knows
you
a
have
lot
a
more
letter.
about this
I've got
letter
a
than
letter
you
to
have.
Because I was, me and you were the last one. I
I wrote the
Total
wrong name
reserves
on it.
information for Hogwick because he
No time for it.
Tony's just thinking, who is it bad idea?
You never know when you're going to go into a fight.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be delivering it to someone. Yeah. Who was it meant to be delivering it to again? I can't remember the name.
Darren Edenmark.
Darren. Why did I put Thomas?
I don't know where you got Thomas from.
I think it's because I wrote it down so quickly. It was just horrible.
Darren E. Thomas.
Keen minds malfunction.
There, I delivered
yeah.
Thomas for you. Who's Thomas?
Generic
Like
name
shit
Thomas.
handwriting.
Some guy called Thomas. Oh no.
How far has Zeife gone away from?
They were, as I say, about 50, 60 feet. They've just kind of picked up a couple apples from the trees and then, I'm guessing, heading back.
How close am I to the house now?
You're about, I'd say, 20 feet. You can just see Darren just chopping wood at the back of the hutch.
Yeah, I'm going.
Can I,
Cautiously, that's Darren. No,
Can
the
I-
last time we were there, he was not very happy with us.
can I see him?
You can perception.
You're still eating your apple. They have
16.
You can hear that of him chopping wood, and you think that's familiar.
Can I do the second check for that mask? I'm still paranoid about it.
Sure. Perception check.
I hate the thing. 18.
I love that you're paranoid now. There is no mask in the vicinity.
Okay, good.
In the vicinity.
Not that you can see.
There's no.
Vagaries.
Can I do a flip to check what he's looking for? Because he's looking around.
Yeah, you just see him just going,
What are you looking for?
Just looking for Orville's mask. I just wanted to make sure it was gone.
I mean, last I saw him was dust.
Yeah, I know, but he seems to be able to just stay around. I mean, we dropped a building on him, and he managed to get back up from that.
You make a good point. You probably check the bodies, okay?
We've got tin on it.
That was the air collector. Wasn't
Tim can do that to more than one person, I'm sure.
okay, as you two are discussing
Are you
this,
one more
heading over to
time
town.
today?
It's not very
Okay.
hard to follow.
There's that. Either he hasn't noticed you, or he's just particularly like not paying attention to you. As you just see, kind of, he's like wearing a kind of a vest kind of look, just lean muscles, like grey white hair, just pulled down with a bit of a salt and pepper beard, just chopping more wood.
Darren?
Stops for the axe. What do you want?
I have something for you.
Do you know?
Hang on.
He cautiously takes the letter from you, just looks you in the eyes. Can I get that letter, please?
I've read it. I've literally just read it.
Okay, can I get that letter, please?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice throw.
Hey, that's good. Good fight.
Best throw so far.
You wrote Thomas on it.
Yeah. I just gave up. I got Darren on it.
It's not for me.
As you see him, just his stern demeanour, he reads the letter, softens. Thank you for seeing this letter.
You okay?
Fine. Absolutely fine.
My inside check.
Okay, inside check. Okay. Obviously something is not okay, but you think for a second you catch a hint of a smirk on his face. A moment of happiness.
It's like a bittersweet kind of response.
What are you asking for?
Not there.
No, just a bittersweet.
Well,
I'm just not just curious.
visualise it. Is it?
I just want a picture.
Is it good news?
Potentially good news. Which, well, let's find out. Let history play out.
I'll leave you in peace to carry on with your work.
Thank you. I think I've been chopping wood for long enough. As he puts down his axe and starts walking towards the inn.
Okay. I follow. I was obviously feeling a big walk past these lot. I follow, obviously.
He just turns to like, you follow me.
I mean, I'm going back to my friends. They're down by the inn.
Oh, just keeps walking, just heads inside the inn.
I watch him.
He's gone inside the inn, so now you're just looking at a door.
I continue to glare at the door.
That door!
Is the door back up again now?
The door's intimidated. Oh yeah, the door's back up.
Can we see the
twice now,
axe
it's
left
right.
outside? Can we see the axe who's left outside?
He's kind of just laid it up on the wall. Sure, it's a standard like
Is it just like a little hand axe? Or something?
it's like a little woodcutter's axe.
Not stealing
Interesting.
his axe.
It's not very shiny.
But if you want it,
I feel like
Don't
the
enable.
world owes me an axe.
I'm sure we can find
I
you.
think it does. And
We'll go and see Lamine,
I think
and
the
Lamine can
universe
sort
has
you an axe
presented you
out.
with an axe.
Oh, for fuck's
That's
sake.
a lot of good words for you, Tim.
Good boy.
I'm not
Since you
there.
make such a.
I'm not there.
No, we're back
There
here.
was leaning
I
against.
think. Keep
I
in
think
mind.
Jack-
I'm round the corner with Alistair.
That's
You
This
don't
is
know
a
what's
particularly
in it.
loud
That's
conversation.
the
I'm round the
Rest
corner.
of it is just nursing a
He
hand.
continues to vomit after saying that.
So Zeife goes up to
wrong.
Zeife goes up to get the axe.
Okay.
And Tim watches.
Why?
Tim's watching the door.
So, okay.
So you grab the axe,
Does he have long hair?
and it is just a standard hand axe.
Start holding his head.
Space is
Oh, okay.
back
Wow.
to 2.
Okay.
I'm just not go. Good boy. Alistair. Come on.
I'm just aiding when he's throwing up, just patting him on the back. So it's good.
What is it?
He's taken Darren's axe.
He punched Tim. Was that the guy who punched you?
Yes.
He knocked him
I'm
out.
trying to remember or Darren.
That's what.
The man from the orchard.
He was kind of rude. You were unconscious, and we were trying to find somewhere.
No,
somewhere.
Caboyne had gone off. Caboyne.
I was
He
catatonic.
was,
I was not
he was
conscious.
there. I was carrying him. We were trying to find somewhere to put you where you could rest up after everything burned down. You weren't looking good, and we said, "Can we just rest here under one of your trees?"
And he
said
said
no.
no.
Like,
Do you say that?
Yes.
And then he hit me. So
Now I have his axe.
You were
Yeah, you kind of- you
were
kind of
equally rude to each other.
I mean,
How do you know what
kind of edge him
happened?
on.
we had a little bit of a bad day, and we just wanted somewhere to sit.
Not as bad as. No, maybe. Yeah, no, not as bad as dying.
No, but if you had died, and I was trying to find somewhere to put you, to look after you, and I just wanted to sit you under a tree, and a man who had previously asked for your help refused to let you sit under his tree, would you not be a little bit annoyed?
Well, potentially, but
Get
I
off my
don't think I'd
property.
get into a fight with him. I mean, he had an axe.
I did not get
Well,
into a
now
fight
he
with you.
doesn't have an axe,
I'm
so
just
it's
staring
I
at
get it
Zeife.
for fun
I'm
because he
staring
hit
at
you
Zeife very
first.
intently here.
Well, exactly. I didn't fight him. He attacked an unarmed turtle.
I think he went.
You asked him
But, anyway, why are we wasting time arguing about this? You should have taken the axe in the first place, and we need to get to the town hall.
I have my own perspective on things.
That's fine, Tim. We agree to disagree right now. I don't think she should have taken the axe, but we need to get to the town hall.
Okay,
Yes.
we should follow Shula's.
No, it's now Zeife's act.
Shula's just gonna stop. Like, I'm going. I mean,
going in
I
this
can't.
direction.
I mean, I can't carry glass staff. Someone might need to deal with that.
I will go and pick up glass stuff.
Strength check, please.
I assist him in walking.
Okay. Oh, him.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just kind of just go.
Roll me a
That's
con.
She's
Where's the
like
advantage
paying
since he's helping
attention
you?
that he's there.
That is a natural 1 on my strength check.
Oh no.
Hey,
Natty
20.
I go and pick
On the
up glass
disadvantage.
stuff.
Oh no, yeah, sorry,
Was
15.
it disadvantage?
Disadvantage,
I thought it was advantage.
Oh,
because-
oh,
You did say advantage.
Oh no, yeah, advantage.
So
Sorry.
20, not 20.
You are able to walk amazingly, and then you're just like, ah. Then you look to your left and go, oh yeah.
I am a god of mobility. Is it? It's like just
Your
everyone's
legs
voice.
aren't even on the floor, he's holding you.
Just like.
You're like, I can float. Oh.
It's
Alright.
like 2 hands under my
Zeife walks past the boy and picks up
I had a
glass
natural
stuff.
1 trying to magic glass stuff.
As you heft him up, you basically just shred off part of his cloak. It's like, whoops.
Does it match the cloak I've got stowed in my kit already?
Yes. You've ripped off part of a cloak.
Does this part fit me better, being slightly smaller?
Strangely enough, it's about the size of your back now.
Does it matter? Oh, that could be useful. I'll keep that.
Well, about height-wise, not width-wise.
I'll keep it anyway.
Oh, I'm glad you approve of stealing.
I've still got the odor in my possession. It's not stolen.
That's just kidnapping.
So where are we looking? Where are we
You got
looking
more
this
than
going
me.
to
Okay, so strength check if you're
around.
going to try and look glass stuff.
Wow.
Oh no!
5.
No.
No, that was a natural
Oh,
one.
and that one, yeah.
Oh. Okay, as you go,
Wow.
2 in a row. I got
Really?
Maybe
As-
I could have
as you
spent it on
just
this rate.
pull on his cloak as well and just shred the rest of it.
You know what? Probably not
Throw
a
it,
bad
Lloyd.
idea we've got rid of his red band cloak.
This is going to be a bit of an NSFW.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
we
Maybe
Like
I
episode,
should
isn't
go.
it?
Maybe I should
Taking the
go.
clothes off dead bodies.
Maybe I
Like
should
that.
Oh
go.
no, no! Oh no.
I pick it up.
Strength check, please, please.
Oh my god.
14.
Okay, you heft him no problem as he's like, as you just hear him remember,
I'm picking it up by his
that
trousers.
cold.
I'm holding it by his trousers again.
What?
I'm just
Oh,
holding
you
it.
just track it back, just like, dum, dum,
Yeah.
dum, dum, dum. As you just drag him across the floor going downhill as his head just scrapes across it.
You look like just
His face is never going to be the same.
Yeah, his face is just going
Coming up.
down like the gravelly stone you got past.
But at least he
If you
gets,
take him to the town hall, they'll be like, where's that guy?
at least he gets to travel.
Maybe I don't want the button.
Okay, as you head your way down the hill, you find your way to the town square, and you hear what sounds to be, well, the sounds of seemingly timber being sawn and, well, debris being shifted, all that kind of thing, all towards the direction of where the manor and the inn, the Sleeping Giant Inn and the Thornton's domicile, that direction, and then town hall. Things seem quiet at the town hall. As you see that it is a bit more up on a plinth, there are steps towards it. It seems to be kind of set up more as kind of like somebody kind of repurposed a temple with its stone pillars leading upwards and
So we repurposed the temple, turned it into a temple.
repurposed a temple.
Oh, okay.
Points not happy there.
Molotov cocktails, anyone?
Ah. Anyway.
You see that there is a signpost on the right, seemingly with like different posters all over it, that kind of thing. And do you head inside the city hall?
I inspect the posters.
Okay, as you inspect the posters, you see that there's a couple of seemingly jobs put up. None of them seem recent. You see that they're all kind of decayed paper, a bit like, obviously that was done a while ago, and they all seem to have that stamp of dealt with, done, kiboshed.
That's not my name.
Just about,
Don't you
just
dusty
about to do that.
I felt the tension. I had to see.
Okay, so would you like to head inside?
Let's go.
Okay, as you head inside, it's seemingly you head back and there seems to be kind of a vault seemed to have been shaped out of the back of it as kind of like that polished kind of marble look. And there are people sat at tables, some of them seemingly going through the commerce of what you would guess would be banking and that kind of thing as they seem
Are
to
there
be
any,
passing
are there
over
any
money.
symbols on the door, the archway as we enter?
None that you can make out. You find sat at the table one rather fat fellow with a beard and a bald head, big long beard.
How long is the beard?
Quite a long
This
beard.
is
Like,
important.
it goes over his stomach.
About half. I respect that beard.
How long is yours? Like lead pipe.
He's never cut it in his life, so it's why it's so.
So 70 years
It's why
later.
it's so heavily braided into itself. Otherwise, it would be longer than his.
As he just kind of seemingly sat there, just pleased with himself, and you see there's a couple of militia guards behind him, and you see off to the right, you see Sildar just stood there, seemingly much more calm, collected, and well, more himself now. As you see that he is wearing actual finery, seemingly blue and gold regalia.
I just checked what the militia were wearing before this all kicks off.
Armour.
Yeah, and
Any notable patterns? The Red Brand obviously have the red cloaks. Is there any way to tell them?
You see that it is seemingly the tabard of a raven.
Does he see us come in?
Sildar. Sildar seemingly is just paying attention to his work on the table at the moment. However, you see the fat man at the very head, he seems to have noticed that each of you have walked in.
So before anything else kicks off as well, I want to say I am watching Grenville
Okay.
because he's just
I've
reappeared.
got a hold of him.
So I don't really know who
We're
this
not
I don't know
really
who
sure.
this gnome is
Yeah.
or why he's with us.
Who's that guy and what's his deal?
I moved closer
So,
to Zeife.
I'm
while
just
seeing
watching
Sildar.
him. I'm watching Grenville for anything suspicious.
Wrong perception.
I mean,
16.
Everything's suspicious.
You look at Grandma and he notices and he's just like,
His knee glasses.
he just
Is that possible?
What do you figure?
he does that like double blink Simpsons thing.
Yeah, the fat man seemingly just in front of the vault, he's just sat there, just seemingly contentedly as he just looks at each of you with kind of a knowing look.
I'd like to approach Sildar.
I'm backing out the door if I can.
Fair enough. As you approach Sildar,
I'm
he
at the door as well.
is seemingly just writing on paper, just looks up, just like, I'm trying to remember what his voice was.
No pressure.
I think
No,
any
I'm trying to
yeah.
trying to get the voice back.
Gives me more time to turn back out.
Yeah, like there, good boy.
There we go. That's what
I didn't want to muck it up.
You seem to be doing well for yourself.
I'm a little bit better in that I'm actually outside of being imprisoned by goblins, not gonna lie.
Did you find your charge?
My what, sorry?
Your charge.
No plugs about, okay.
Wow.
What century are we in?
He breaks the fourth wall!
Very taken aback
You've just
by that.
thrown everything, and it's like, whoa! Oh yeah, sorry, sorry, with medieval times you guys aren't familiar with that technology.
He was looking for Gundren, wasn't
Yeah. He was supposed to be escorting him.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't located Gundren just yet, but we'll keep searching, that's for sure.
Well, we found someone you might be interested in.
Oh.
More than one person, actually.
He's got to confuse them. I asked you to look for one person. What do you mean two?
Well, I only found one of them. The other one just sort of tagged along.
But if you have one and then you have another one, that makes two.
Alright.
I walked behind Tim.
Holy
Just
God, did he just do math?
Well done, Tim.
Tim, would you mind
What?
showing me what you're carrying?
The bottle's right, you know.
Oh, hey.
You just plonk him and he
You
just
just
kind
plonk him
of
on the
distends the table. Some of the paperwork just goes woof! It's like, oh! Been working on that for ages. Fine. Who the hell is this?
Dick.
As he just
What's his name again?
as he lifts up
Albright.
Oh,
as he lifts
Albert.
up his face and it's like kind of ground partly down and he's just like, you could not recognise this. Just like, you saying to me?
He falls over a lot.
It's Albrook. Or Glassstaff.
Is it now?
Whatever his name is.
You got healing, right?
Yes.
Apply it to his face.
Do you have to?
Why is he asking
I'm
me?
gonna have to. I don't know what he's asking.
I'm gonna
me.
wait and see what happens with this
That's
before I
10.
endure them.
Okay, cure wounds as you just apply it and The red goes from his face, it's no longer sore, and the wounds and all the horrible like pieces of ground up face all re-etched together. There's his face again. Ah, there we go. Much better. There. Wait, there's Albrecht.
Is he still unconscious?
He's unconscious for the time being. Why do you have Albrecht tied up?
Because he is an evil glass staff.
Is he now?
We may have. Yeah, he doesn't have his staff anymore. And I just look at Alistair. You said you were outside.
I'm inside. I don't know how far away the door is.
It's a good like 20, 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
It's a big
Oh,
place.
right, okay. It would have been a lot closer.
It's a temple that's been repurposed into the back.
Okay, I say.
Okay, so it would have been a lot further.
I say he doesn't have his staff anymore, and I look behind me to Alistair.
I'm about 15.
So
I'm
he's
about
just
15 feet away.
flex.
Well, no, that's his
He's mostly meat.
given. That's the name he gave himself.
Perceptive as ever.
Is that satisfactory for you?
I suppose it is. Alright then.
What did you want with him?
So what did you mean by that second person?
I look. Is Zeife still in the room?
Yeah.
You kind of like hide behind one of the pillars.
Rolling stealth.
What? What?
Well, I think it's best if you introduce yourself in person. I say slightly louder in your direction.
I come out from.
There is
fine.
no recognition on Seldar's face at all looking at you. So do I know you?
I take a step backwards.
You alright?
Yes. You. No, you must be mistaken.
Apparently. Sorry, what's going on here?
Inside check.
Going?
Sorry.
My inside Zeife.
Sure.
14.
She's lying through her teeth.
All winter, isn't it?
Yeah, my last name's Hallwinter. What's your point?
I just walk up to Zeife. You need to hit him.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
I honestly couldn't
No,
predict
no.
it.
It's okay.
I'm just sat at a table here. Have I offended you? I'm sorry if I've ever offended you. I know
Don't
you.
worry, just checking.
You're a terrifying bastard.
Is everything
You
alright?
don't know the 2.5 ton of evidence.
Yeah. It's fine. Don't tell me.
Okay.
You might have offended her, but I'm sure it wasn't intentional. Not all parents hang around after all.
There's a moment of recognition on Silver's face.
She heard you were in trouble. Here we are.
Zeife? Is that you?
Very fun.
He just sinks in his seat. You're alive?
Yeah, I thought you wouldn't be.
We tried.
How have you been alive?
I've just been.
Like, your mother said you were dead.
No, I just left after everything was dry. I just left.
Oh no.
You weren't. You don't know what it was like when it was just my mother there anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm fine and you're fine, so that's okay.
Reaches into his back and just plonks down a huge purse. Thank you for your services. You brought me something far more valuable.
You?
a cat in that bag? Because it should be out of that bag by now.
I'll
Were you sent to find me as well?
No, you found him.
I was just, there was a note from when we found Albert saying that I didn't know if you were dead already or you were in danger. I had to find out at least.
Well, I'm certainly not dead yet. And I'm happy for that. I'll go to see you. What's that?
I pick up the bag.
Okay.
I'm not going home.
Excuse me. As he gets up and he walks out of the bank, the town hall, whatever.
Does he walk out the front door?
He walks out the front door.
Just as he goes past me, I just stop him a little bit and go, she's pretty great. She killed Orville.
Do I hear that?
Tim, I know that already.
Okay.
He just walks out of the town hall.
Can I pick up the papers that Joe on the floor?
Sure.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, as you go over the papers, they all seem to be written in what languages do you know?
Common and primordial.
You do not know the language. You do not know the language, however, you do see that there is a particular symbol on it.
Let me guess.
What's that?
No, just tell me.
A golden lion on a red sheet.
No.
I just go over to Zeife.
Oh wait, that's my list. I completely forgot
Oh,
about
wait!
This
You okay?
is the Lord of the
You
Lions.
wanna go after him?
No, he's alive. That's enough for me.
You sure?
I completely forgot I had that.
Not everybody gets a chance to find their dad.
Well, I could always go home, I guess, if I wanted, so I'm not going to.
Okay. Do you hit something?
Yeah. That'll find a drink.
Is there a
Let's do both.
barrel with a tap anywhere in the room?
Is there any
In the
drinks
town
or
hall,
places
no.
we can hit things?
Is there a... No.
Alistair, can you read these?
What languages do you know?
Common, Elvish, Draconic, Uncommon.
You do not know what language it is.
Where were you stood in
If you
relation
have spare
to
10 minutes, I'll be able to...
You
I can't-
cheat!
10 minutes.
You're reading through his papers now.
There might be more information on them.
If he comes back, that might not end well.
Can I read them over his shoulder, around him? Like, if I
Okay, what languages do you know?
well, presumably, Undercommon, Celestial, Common, Dwarvish.
You recognise the language.
Okay.
And you recognise the symbol of the Lost Alliance. And you see that among them seem to be orders for trying to placate what is going on in Fantalin. Not end the situation, but placate to the point where it doesn't escalate beyond what people can handle. And as you read further, you see that some of it describes how certain members travel in circles and how there seems to be more warnings of another organisation involved here that seems to be on its way. And this letter was dated for yesterday.
Yesterday. As I'm reading them, I pretend I'm sorting them. So I'm going,
Shuffle.
and then place them back down the table, facing away from me.
You can smell like a faint waft of alcohol just coming from behind you. And I just say, is that a quest? Is that a quest?
I've got one exclamation mark. It is.
We started.
I want.
Eagerly
Tim,
trying to figure out
I'm
what's
gonna.
happening.
I'm gonna try and.
Is Albert
guide
still
Zeife
lying
to
on the
pub.
table?
Yeah.
Yes, he is unconscious.
Yeah.
Well, what do we do with him now?
Yeah, I'm trying to guide Zeife to the tavern.
Is there anyone else in Was it?
There was a big
there's the fat man.
The fat man.
Yeah, Sildar left, but
I think you're going to leave him right there, if you don't mind.
Are his hands?
As he raises and just like raises big, ruddy, like sausage fingers up towards you.
You leave that man right there.
What are you going to do with him?
Me? I'm going to throw him into prison where he belongs.
Think that'll hold
Just
him.
into prison.
Yes, that's where he belongs, and justice will be served.
Please make sure you cover his mouth and tie his hands because he can.
Oh, we know. Now, I want to speak to you.
Who's left in the town hall? You've left.
I'm still
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry.
So you four are still here.
I was trying to like.
Go on over, I
How high
know.
is the table that he's sat at?
It's about 3 feet high.
you can
Like
see.
his gut goes above it.
Right.
So,
How high are you?
your little Nomi there.
Yeah, I think I'm 4 foot.
Okay, we're okay.
You're about able to put your hands just like
Yeah,
they're stuck.
about 4 foot tall, 4 foot.
I'll walk towards him, but staying on the edge of Sildar's table for now.
He looks to you.
I like your beard.
Alright, you're doing remarkably well yourself.
I groom it. You've got to run the right oil.
Oh, well, I can tell. There's a lot of work gone into that thing.
Yes,
Alright.
Do you use ointments?
yes. Got to run the right oil.
Okay, well, I thought you wanted to
We're
talk
gonna be
to us.
sidetracked.
I do, but I've drawn my beard.
This is the only reason we came here.
A great big bushy
Beard.
beard. Tell me, what do you put in it? Oh, you've got a cork.
Can we talk about this later?
I use the
He lifts himself up very slowly so he can sit.
I mass it with incense.
Oh, I see. I'll have to buy some later.
He plonks down and just you see big, like this sweat all over his arm. It was an effort just to lift himself up enough.
This whole conversation,
But
Anna's
he
just like
cleans
rubbing
his beard, so
babies
it's
like
fine.
skin. Like, nothing at all.
I don't want to.
It's alright, I'll get there one day.
Now, understand that you're making a lot of problems here. I like your beard. Stop talking. It doesn't earn all the respect. Yes.
Your boy remembers that line for later.
Apparently being wild.
Stop burning down things. A lot of things have been set on fire since you got here.
You
You've
think
now
he
got
burned that down?
the bottom of our manor is gone, and Thornton's place is gone.
That was
That
us.
is getting repaired, so I'm not too bad on that one. Made a hefty tidy sum from somebody buying the land.
Who's repairing it?
I don't ask for those questions. I just know, do they have the money? And
Why would you not?
marketing?
Why would you not ask the people buying the land?
Oh, because the people who bought the land aren't the people who want the land. That's the interesting part. Orcs bought the land, but they're just the masons. They're just the building the place.
Orcs, you say?
Orcs, yes.
So you're worried about problems.
What was his name?
Back to orcs.
It says, yeah, his name was Timbertusk, something like that, I think. Yes. Well, Timbertusk.
Do you know who they bought the land on behalf of?
They did not say. But it was a lot of money, more than I thought orcs would ever have. Filthy greenskins.
Well, maybe they bought it from somebody else.
Yes, well, stop burning down places and maybe we can actually have some commerce.
Our fault.
He looks to your hair.
Really,
I know how to control my fire.
I'm sure.
She's very good at it.
Yes, I know that she's better than you at controlling your fire.
Oh, I mean,
Immediately she goes in and
I mean,
Shut down!
that was uncalled for.
My dear, everything that isn't coin in my hand is uncalled for with me.
I look down at my own slightly longer beard embedded with coins and smile.
I like you more. Now,
Just clinks down some coins.
I do have a job that might be useful that you could help me with, though.
quest.
Leave Glassstaff. We can handle him. I am the lawgiver in this town, after all.
And your name is.
Oh, yes. Oh, my dear.
As he takes a reach for your hand, just big sweaty palm takes hold.
Harvey West.
Yeah, big like matted beard just coats your wrist.
Harvey West to at your service.
Sorry, I didn't,
How many A's
I
is in
didn't
that?
catch
I've
that.
got like 4 A's in my
As
stomach.
if the horrible Cumberland sausage handshake wasn't
Oh, he's rank.
Harbin West. We'll get it right eventually. You'll hear the name.
I smell too much. I can't stop eating another meal.
What?
He smells a bit like griddled sausage.
Harvey West.
West.
Harbin West.
It's Mayor West.
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 West. West. Get well.
So we're gonna find Caboyne and Harbin tomorrow morning with their beards tangled.
They were making out! Platter them.
pouring oil.
Dual plats again, so it looked like a scene from The Thing.
This is giant two-headed beer monster.
They just joined in the beard.
Or just hanging.
Oh yeah.
You see that he's got a big gold chain around
Beard
his
is
neck.
plaited into his chest. It's
all
all
the way
down.
Restricts the neck movement slightly, but it's working.
Yes.
Like
Harbin
cousin.
West. I can help you. I've got money. I've got lots of it.
And he plunks down a tiny purse of gold.
What's that for?
Get the job done.
And he just, with his meaty hand, just takes it back.
And this place is yours.
Can I roll perception on the amount of
I
potential?
was going to say that.
Sure, roll me perception.
Like, how big is it
Compared
compared to
the
what
one
Silver
I
gave
just
us?
gave me.
Nat 20.
My God.
That's 2 in a row.
Don't jinx it. You're right next to him.
Okay. How many ones do I have today?
As you look
I know,
over
but
the
I've
rough
got some
size of
words.
it, you guess there couldn't be more than, say, 20, 30 gold.
Okay.
Compared to the bag Silver just gave me.
Is it
Does
You
this
haven't checked
seem-
it yet.
I don't know, does this seem of any consequence in comparison?
The bag that Silver gave you is heavy.
Yeah.
Grenwill stands on the table.
I mean, acrobatics.
all right?
Disadvantage.
That's
Is he still drunk?
Yes.
Oh god, yeah, everyone again. We're all an 18 and natural 20. So
that's
Oh my God.
22.
Okay, you basically, he just went, yes, and then take it back, and then suddenly a diminutive fellow just goes, and lands on the table.
What are you doing?
This better be a really fucking easy quest. There's 20 gold in there.
When I have pigs on my table, they're usually deader than you.
Oh god.
When the nunchucks out. Damn it.
And suddenly
No.
you see both the guards behind and just draw their swords. Draw your ass.
Okay. Let's get off the table.
We
Roll me
don't.
acrobatics.
Can I examine the guard? See how
no,
this
Disadvantage.
So that's 10.
You go, woo, but land on your feet. Just like you're staggering a bit.
do these guards seem like they know what they're doing?
They know what they're doing. As you look over, you see that these tabards, while clean, you're thinking, must be fresh mercenaries.
Okay, and compared to Sildar, physically?
About in their 30s, you'd say. Sildar looks to be about 50, 60,
Yeah.
but in good shape for his age.
Like we know he is pretty
He's harder.
But these guys look about his level of
They-
physique.
They look like, while it looks like they don't have the chiseled, experienced physique. They look like they've been working out and they're like, I want to kill some stuff.
Okay, they're tough but they've got aggression.
They're tough, they've got aggression, they've got something to prove.
And
They're young
very
enough.
shiny armor.
Yes.
So upon getting off the table,
Yeah.
I just put my nunchucks away, but I go up to one of the guards and I'm just like,
Roll me intimidation with disadvantage.
oh. That's,
Charisma.
yeah, so that's 15.
He just goes, back to you.
Okay.
You're both not
I'm
phased. You're just like,
too drunk to even.
apparently it's just like, it's a measuring contest and for some reason he's like, I'm going to prove myself to this 4-foot man.
Okay. I'd step back and just, I'm
Calm yourself, diminutive person. It's an easy enough quest.
Is he just perpetually eating?
Yeah, he just reached your bin.
It's like a hamster.
Like this.
Yeah. It's like cheeks.
Your boy is taking notes of all these useless things. now.
No.
The ointment cooks it a little bit.
Combined by the end of the campaign is 5 times his weight.
He ate him.
He's wearing 3 different suits of armour strapped on.
Fancy by giving lead coins.
And he's permanently tied to the mare.
Still on his belt.
Dragging around an obese mare behind him.
I want you to go to the camp. There's a place where supposedly there's been people picking mushrooms. I don't question why they did that. Oh well. They got close and they said that there was something there. Something in a tent. Big red tent. And they said it seemed like there were dead people there.
I stiffen up.
Dead people walking.
Oh dear.
Red bread.
I'd go check it out myself, of course, but I'm far too busy and important.
Do the clerics know of this?
No, what clerics are there?
I just continue holding his gaze as I gesture to the symbols all over my beard.
I'm pretty sure Julia and Alistair are just going.
Oh, took you long enough.
Sister Gerated as well?
Sister, who now?
Let's leave her out of this.
Okay.
No, who's this?
Seems the chapel's been neglected for some time. I look around the inside of this once cathedral.
Chapel, this place is kept in wonderful condition. What are you talking about?
Whose god was this built to?
Tomorrow, I believe, but it's been requisitioned.
I get one half of the word and I can't get the rest. Was it Tamora?
Yeah.
They couldn't keep up payments, so the bank took it back, and well, it makes a pretty good town hall.
You
If I do say so
you
myself.
rented Holy Land from a bank.
They said they could pay. They didn't pay. What's the bank to do?
I take a step back.
As he just-
very quiet.
Puts his hands to himself and just the whole of him just goes.
What's the building made out of?
Like marble and stone,
What's the table he sat at made out of?
polished wood.
Not chair.
Polished wood, like somebody spent some
Chair.
money to a carpenter to cut up.
And we're saying cathedral.
Oh, no.
Possibly.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
But it's been such repurposed that like there's like some metal bars to keep from getting to the vault. There's a big vault in the back, all that kind of thing, and it's just made out of solid stone.
Interesting.
You better pull notions.
That would be really fun.
Maybe.
That's a maybe.
Alright then. Okay.
Can I look around to see how many entrances there are going back?
There is one entrance to the vault and seemingly a large front entrance into the actual bank itself.
Okay. And with that, is the vault door where the altar used to be, roughly?
You would maybe say to guess, considering your knowledge of chapels and churches and that kind of thing, but it's been such repurposed that you wouldn't even guess where a pew was.
Okay. And then it goes off further either side of the vault, is that?
Yeah, either side, but they're just into metal bars seemingly keeping in place as you see that there are attendants
Further
both sat
inside?
there seemingly going through with customers and seemingly taking money. You don't see a lot of money going out.
Yeah. Are there any empty spaces of the desks?
No, not at the moment. As
You can stop staring. I've got an amazing bank.
Oh, I can see that.
Yes.
What would one do to get a job here?
Not be you.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, well.
I like the beard, but you need a bit more.
More.
Beard.
What?
Wow.
More height. I know what you dwarves are like with gold.
I look back to the bag put on the table. And you know that's not going to buy my allegiance.
Of course not. Who's going to pay for this job?
Can I just see how much?
he just smiles and it's like, cheesy, like
Gaboyan,
yellow.
Gaboyan just laughs at that. I'm very sorry to disappoint you, but you want to hire clerics to root out undead, it's going to cost you more than 20 gold pieces.
Oh, cleric now. No, last time I thought you'd go check it out for free. Don't like the dead, do you?
I don't particularly have a fondness for them either.
Yes, but I know you like the money.
I do not like the alive.
Go stop talking.
Squish the nunchucks.
Out of interest, who owns the chapel down the road from here?
Oh, that's well, that was given out some charity event or something to this apparently the Tamora order. I know they couldn't pay for this place, so somebody was charitable and gave it to them. I don't know. The Red Brand said they would deal with it. Just let them do it.
Wouldn't be up for sale, would it?
Sale? Doubt it. Who'd want that place? It's burned down. Oh. Interested in some plot?
Straight to the point. I like that.
Interested in a plot of land, maybe? Smart ass?
Oh, you've got a problem with the undead. You're going to want some sort of intervention.
Intervention, my friend. We have no undead here. Except for the man who lives in the woods. Don't go in the woods.
Boy, that Thornton place that burned down.
Thornton place, it burned down. Good riddance. The place was creepy.
No, it wasn't burned down by the living.
Yes, because somebody was willing to pay. Are you willing to pay? Are you willing to let enough gold leave your dwarven midst?
That might be.
That might. Yes, Alistair, a man who can't control his fire.
Right, stop that now.
Exactly.
Never.
You can see he's trying to formulate a threat, but he just can't. He's like, yeah,
Alistair, why don't you write down what you want to say?
No, what I'm trying to say.
I love that. Don't be mean to him. Write down your words.
Don't you talk down to him
Nicely.
now, Alistair.
Write them slowly.
No, I'm trying to help you. I am trying to be helpful, I'm just not saying
I just don't want to interrupt. What do you know about the man in the woods?
I just know he's undead, been around for a while, and eats people, to my knowledge, here in the town.
Okay, just good.
Eats people, not even in a cultivated way, just eats them, drains them of blood.
Good way to eat people.
I'm sure,
My friend, you haven't
surely
lived until
love
you've worked
your
out the
blood.
best way to eat people.
Something that interests you.
Roll me a perception.
Ah.
Actually, an insight.
Disadvantage.
No, disadvantage.
Isn't it?
It's an insight.
Oh, it's an insight.
It's not
Okay. Good though. 13.
Judging on the size of this guy, you wouldn't be surprised if he told you he ate a gnome or two in his life.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. He just sees Alice's face and goes, like, just intense disgust. You're literally eating people. I was like, your choice of words scare me.
I like having choice. It's fun.
Just picks his teeth and you see the wad of meat.
Speaking of choice,
Who's that?
Who's that?
Does it look like human?
One of the
You've
dead
no
red
idea.
frogs.
Roll me perception.
Oh god. This is a rabbit hole.
Why did you do this?
Oh no, that's like a 9.
Seemed green.
I'm not sure that's better or worse.
how is the room lit?
Orc. That's what he
Standardly
says.
lit and windows.
No lamps.
Stained glass windows, strangely enough.
Anything patterned in the stained glass, perchance?
Couple well decorated ones, although you do see that any religious symbols seem to be kind of papered over.
There's just paper over the windows.
Just seemingly just paper just slapped over it.
Okay.
We're a very PC bank.
Let's talk about this quest?
As I say, there's dead things supposedly out at the old well. Go talk to the
Different dead things to the other dead thing that eats people.
the dead thing that eats people. I don't know. He's been around for a while. Got a name like Trizibidar or something. I don't know.
Tristan, nah.
Don't correct me if you're wrong.
Hmm?
Don't correct me if you're wrong. If you can't get it right, don't try and say the word.
Couldn't agree more.
Anyway,
I'm loving our head for making this guy.
dead people in the woods. Carry on.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you go to, I suppose that, what was that name? The redhead, gnomish girl. Go to her, she's got maps of the forest, she can help you out.
What concern of this, the forest, of Fandom?
Concerning the forest, I don't give a toss about the forest. But if somebody is supposedly trying to cause business up in Fandolin without my knowledge, I'm gonna be mighty peeved about it.
What would you have us do when we get there?
Find out what's going on there. I'm not afraid of death, they can't do much, but that tent sounds like there's something going on there.
So if we go and do this, you pay us the
Gold, yes.
measly sum.
Oh, measly. Look at the people who think they're in charge.
I've got more coins in my beard than you have in that pouch.
It's a big beard.
Well, it's a small pouch.
Lovely relationship.
Never insult the size of a man's pouch.
I can't insult the beard, I have to find other ways in.
What's the good thing about the beer?
It's
Beard is
alright.
great.
I've got other pouches.
Just gestures to the vault.
Is there no way you can raise the price of this at all? You have got all the
Would
gold
you
you
roll a persuasion?
Now you roll, Paul.
What did you roll?
Natural 5.
Oh, 6.
You know what? You're right. That's not the right amount for how much we're asking of you.
Plonks down a smaller purse.
What if the chapel ruins?
Can I just take both?
The other one's not there.
Oh, okay. Damn.
He plunked down the smaller
I
one.
thought you put it next.
You took the other one back.
Okay.
What of those chapel ruins? Who owns them now?
What's that? Nobody. It was an abandoned place.
What I'm trying to ask is, as we're doing this, could you, or some other people who are more interested in research, look into the name Orcus?
Orcus, you say? The guy's an Orcus. Oh no, that was Orcus said stop eating us, can't you? Have a look it up. We don't have a library. There might be one in the manor. Nobody ever goes there anymore. It's been abandoned for years. Longer than I've been here. I've been here all my career.
Literally in that chair.
Is he just like
I'll have you know I like this chair.
I can
As
tell.
you like just fuse the chair.
Effectively, you just see like it's
You
like
can barely see the chair.
it's like somebody poured him into it.
Is it like the Pope's chair? It's got a hole cut out of the bottom.
Just the ring.
Right.
No thanks.
He never has to get up, so he pulls the chamber pot in and out.
Oh.
Grandma's completely switched off at this point.
So, you
Well-
don't own the right to that chapel anymore.
Well, it's always
Well, it goes back to the bank if it's destroyed. And I think it has been, so... How much you offering?
Well, for a piece of rubble on fire.
It's the land that's important, not the rubble. You know that, you're a dwarf.
Right.
As he steeples his fingers, you're like, this guy's smarter than he lets on.
much?
Well, with the work that needs doing to the chapel, I could give you 50, be at peace.
50. I run more than 50 through my bed every day.
As do I.
And yet you can't,
Like, yeah.
and yet you can't afford more than 50 for that land that you so
Well, the way you have to squander is hardly worth anything now. I could
Roll
take me off your
persuasion
hands.
with disadvantage.
This is the real estate episode.
No, like,
You want to send a group of 6 people on an entire quest for what looks like 10 gold.
Roll perception.
I have 16 on my persuasion.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
No, just perception.
Okay. Okay, 16.
Seems like 20 gold.
Also 16.
Also 16 for your persuasion?
Yeah. The one thing I had good stats in.
I suppose there's not a lot of other people who are going to buy that land, so go on this quest, 50 gold, and you've got yourself a deal.
I very tentatively hold out a hand.
The old that he grabs your hand and and it's a big sweaty grip, just like. And you're not sure.
Sheila like gags as he touches his
We're
hand.
not sure if it's sweat or just like meat juice.
Yeah, okay. I'm tempted to shake.
Feels like a
Pleasure doing business with you.
And you, sir.
Yeah.
And you.
I offer him a hanky for his hand.
I'm only going.
So we're going
Well,
Am I a joke to you?
seems like a nice guy.
You offered me the fucking hanky.
I didn't know then.
Let me know.
Your keen mind.
I grab the bag, swipe the bag.
Okay.
Payment up front.
I forgot how as well.
Go on, payment up front, but nothing,
Fine,
no
very
business,
good.
right?
Fine.
You don't get the land, unless you do the
Take your
job.
time.
I set down 50 coins up front.
Keep bringing it up.
No.
Keep
Really?
the money, I know you like your money.
I counted up quite quickly.
In front of him. Do we have any of that special brew I left last time? Seems like a nice guy.
No, unfortunately, I was born with it.
I have a vial of it on my person.
Yeah, we did keep miles of it.
Oh!
I think either one or both of us.
I've only got one. You may have taken one as well, I don't know.
Because I think I had some potions.
I do have one vial, yes.
Just maybe we could sweeten the deal.
I'm not offering up anything
He's
at all.
switching it up.
I might have not written down, so I might not have.
I know we had one thing collected in case we wanted to give the glass out.
Okay, so you guys are leaving at this point? Okay. As you guys walk out, what were you guys doing during this?
We went to the tavern where
Okay.
Tim is
I'm on my
Tim
third
is
drink.
paying for Zeife's drinks.
Okay. As you get to the drinks, you see that Toblin is getting your drinks and Darren is just sat there at the bar, just seemingly just paying attention to himself, and his eyes don't really leave much from Toblin.
It's fine by me.
Okay, we're not paying attention.
Right, that's fine. We'll get back to that. As soon as you plug down the drinks,
You
you see him just scoot back to Darren.
want to hit me?
Sure. I punched him.
Roll an attack.
There was no hesitation in that.
Sure, punch.
Can it be with advantage because Tim does not attempt to?
This would be awesome.
His head's just stood there. Roll with
Well,
advantage.
you wouldn't take the shoe into the AC then, would you?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm taking it. So
I got a 6.
One non-lethal
plus,
damage.
yeah, the attack bonus is a 12.
That's a 12.
Still doesn't beat my natural AC of 17,
I've had a few.
but I take it.
No.
And you still feel the hit, you haven't hit anything. You swing.
Wait, if you're
Did I-
natural
did I-
17, how did you... Oh yeah, that's right, you took over one.
He's got a +1 shield.
That'd be 3 though, so that's only 20. Oh yeah,
Which
you
he's
are
not
20,
using
I
because
thought
it's
21 for a
it's
second.
an open hit.
I was like,
I'm not.
My bad.
I'm not making any attempt to move or defend myself. Do you want to go again?
He's walking in, as I just go beating the shit out of Tim, just
he's
like
just treating him like a boxing bag.
Wow, she maybe has a couple. 8.
Just, doom, just slams into his chest.
I'm having a great time though.
Does it make you feel better?
Yes, it does.
Okay, you can
Thank
carry on if it helps.
I will.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's 23.
Okay. How much damage?
Uh,
Oh no, one plus your modifier.
One. For an
Yeah, one plus your modifier.
What's your strength? Oh.
4, so 5.
Yep, so that's another 5 non-lethal damage as you just boom.
I'm going to stop on that one.
That one felt good.
I'll buy you a drink now.
Oh no, that's okay.
No, I'm buying you a drink.
You want just
Okay, another drink. Lots of
As
drinks.
someone plonks down
a
2
water-
coin
water.
and you see Silda, drinks are on me.
Okay, fine.
Picks up 2 gold, walks over to Tobin.
2 gold.
Yep.
Do you want to hit someone else?
And then plonks 2 ale, comes back, plonks another 2 ale, plonks 6 ale on the table.
I'll let Zeife drink them if she wants them.
Yeah.
Tim, could I get some privacy, please?
That's
Sure.
right.
We got
Yeah.
words to share.
Okay.
Tim has words.
I go outside and I sit by the door outside, just boom,
Okay.
and listen.
Through the door?
High perception.
With disadvantage though.
That's fine.
You can always give me a door.
Natural 1.
You've got your ear up against the door,
You got water in your
but the problem is somebody's opened the door, so you're just like, this is riveting!
It was a 23 and a 1.
Oh.
Listening to a door.
Yeah, you're just listening to the door, just like, I think there might be termites in it.
I'm really feeling a rebrand of the whole show is coming soon.
Too many ones.
Yeah.
Nothing but 1.
Nah, there's never too many ones. Okay. Sildar takes a swig of his ale and just sits down next to Zeife. So I hear what happened.
I mean, I left. And now I'm with these guys.
And as you should be, don't ever assume I disapprove. Don't ever assume that.
They're good people.
Oh, look, I know that. I asked them for jobs. This is what I do. But I thought you were dead. Your mother told me that you were dead.
I thought Oral would have said that he'd help me leave. Like, why would she say that? I mean, I wasn't ideal, I know that. Like, I wasn't the perfect daughter, but like, I didn't think she'd say that. Sorry, I guess.
He just takes your hand. Zeife, don't ever take the word seriously of that bitch. You're the best thing that ever happened in my life. And I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm sorry I had to be out serving the army all those years. I had to be careful. I had to make sure I stayed alive.
But why didn't you let me come with you? You let my brothers go with you.
Because they were men.
So?
Society's a broken system. But it's still a system we're in.
Not me anymore.
Your mother said that she had the perfect plan for you. She said that she knew what we could do with you. I trained you because I wanted you to be tough, but at the same time, I knew that you wouldn't be let into the army. There are customs, Zeife, you know that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't. Why train me if all that was planned for me was to stay and marry this boy of the other family? Why?
Because there wasn't my plan for you. There was society's plan, that was your mother's plan. My plan was to make you the strongest you could be. And look at you now. You're the surviving member of the Red Brands. Yes, I know what you've been. Tried to give you a little bit of anonymity, but that dwarf, good lord, he's got no tact. I know what you've done. I know what you've been, and I know you've been through hell. A lot of us have. And I will say, I'm glad you didn't come with me. You're the last surviving Hallwinter. Your brothers didn't last more than 6 months.
Even
then, yeah.
what about the so what do we do? What do we do now?
You live your life. Your life isn't theirs to decide.
What about Mother?
Excuse my language, but fuck her. If her mentality was to marry you off, that would have changed your name and completely removed us from any part of our lives, then fuck her. I'm sorry I ever left. I might have still had sons.
How?
I could have been there
How
for
did
my
they
daughter.
Father, how did they die? What happened?
Bandit raids.
Which bandits?
I don't know. I never got any more specific than that. I wasn't there.
Why? Why weren't you there? Why weren't you with them?
All insight.
15.
He's holding something back.
That you wouldn't have abandoned them. What happened? Why weren't you there? Why weren't you with them? What did you do? What happened?
Zeife, do you know? I saw those bandits off. I chased them down. I tore them apart. Someone with my bare hands, I was court-martialed for it. I was kicked out of the army for sheer brutality.
You know, the Lord's Alliance and everything's gone.
I am Lord's Alliance. Lord's Alliance is smarter than an army who sees a grieving father and boots him out. I am Lord's Alliance. I'm also a mercenary to keep myself active. I thought you were dead. There was nothing left for me in life. I wasn't going to spend my whole life with your mother. Please, no children there, none of the rest of my family. God, of myself. But, it wasn't all about those bandits. They had red cloaks.
There was the red front.
Hmm?
There was the red front.
Yeah. That's why I took this job. To get a little closure. Could finally avenge the rest of my family. But you know what? That doesn't matter now. You're alive. I've got family still. Of course, if you still want me to be, that's your choice.
So I walked away.
Just Zelda just
Walked out the door.
takes his flag and as Tim just at the door sees his wife walk through and just like, door's closed.
Do I notice her face? Like,
You see that she is bothered, yes. And as you, well, I don't know, do you follow her?
No, not yet. I get
Okay, you see Sildar walk past as well and then head
Well,
a
before
different-
if Sildar's,
in a different
if
direction.
Sildar's going to walk out, just before he walks out again, I just step in front of him.
Walk.
I hope he hasn't upset him.
Not the time, Tim, not the time.
Well, just know that there are people that care, and if you do upset her, that's a bad idea.
Tim, just get out of my way. Strength check.
No, I'd let him go.
Okay. You just move aside, just walks past. Okay, so Tim, what are you doing now having seen Zeife walk away?
Where's she headed?
Where's close? That looks just dark and hidden.
You see this kind of the shaded little area of the orchard.
I just headed into the orchard.
I go back into the tavern. Is there any drinks that they didn't drink?
4 left.
Yeah, I've got through 4.
I pick up 2. I pick up the remaining 2, and just walk over to where she is, but I don't go too close. And just like,
Don't take those out of the inn. I've only got so many flagons.
they'll come back. I don't
Roll persuasion.
12.
As long as they come back. And then you just see Darren, he just stops looking at Tobin and just says, they better come back.
I look at him and blink and walk out.
He has not blinked. As he
Just
stands
like
there,
a-
he was
just
about
like-
as tall
just-
as you.
Just a deliberate, and then leave. And I go about 10 metres away from where Zeife is.
Okay.
Do I notice him?
I don't know, roll your perception.
13.
So you're just kind of sitting under one of the trees and you see that there is just kind of a from the ground as Tim just plonks himself down. With
I'm
two-
still stood.
Oh, you're still standing. As he stands.
And I just,
Wait for the drink.
yeah, so okay. I go over and I just put the drinks down. And we go away.
No.
Okay. I just sit down. I don't say anything.
Okay. As you both just calmly sit there, you see a couple squirrels crawl down the trees,
These ones have their heads.
scoot their head.
Do they look tasty?
They're squirrels, Tim.
So of course they do.
He ate a rotten
Yes, they
ear.
look tasty, but you're not.
That screw looks divine.
I let them go.
As one goes a bit closer and just kind of, since you're not moving, just goes next to your foot, just and just scatters away. Up the tree, whisk, gone.
He didn't want to eat my food.
My brother's not dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's not ever good. Did they like daffodils?
One of them did, yeah.
You should plant some daffodils. You sure they do?
I trust if not my father.
You never know. Sometimes people are
I
just...
trust him.
Okay. Well, you're not too. So, that's good. he's not dead, so that's also good, I think.
It is good.
And we're not dead. No, Shiva's not dead anymore. So that's good.
Lots of good things.
Yeah. Although there are some things that are dead, but they're still walking about, and that's not good. So maybe if you hit some of those things, then you'll feel better.
Yeah. It seems to work out okay for us, doesn't it? Just hitting things.
No, well, I mean, it doesn't really make me feel better, but you do you. As I believe I said. But, you know, if you don't want to hit things, that's alright too.
No, I think sticking with you and the others, I'll have the chance to hit plenty of things.
That seems quite likely. But we'll look after you. Alistair's very powerful.
He's a
He
good kid.
can make things big. And Gawain has a wonderful beard. And he can heal people and make you feel better when you're not doing so good. And Shula has really curly hair, and she can also make people feel better. And sometimes she sings, and then it's like, ooh, that's really nice, and you feel a bit more powerful.
You are also very good at making people feel better.
Ooh, thanks. And there's also this really weird gnome. I don't know what he's doing. But I think he makes beer, so you should probably make friends with him.
He seems good to have around.
And Varys is... he's alright.
Varys is Varys.
There is a bird.
Oh no, well he's probably dead. I think he is dead. But to be honest, I'm not sure if that's a net win.
It's probably best those two aren't around.
Yeah. Well, maybe just sit here a little bit till you feel better.
Until we
see
need
if
to
they
go
s-
hit something.
Yeah, we can see if they sell daffodils.
Thank you, Tim. And keep drinking.
Oh, Tim.
You guys taking a short rest as you're there?
May as well.
Yes, but so
As you're taking a short rest, just
I'll regain the hit points. I punched out.
Oh no, it's non-lethal, don't worry about it.
I was still punched out of me.
Yeah.
It's alright.
I was thinking about that he's going to die by 5,
You're
like
pretty
needing
tanky
5.
anyway.
That's back to full anyway, because parry actually doubles my hit points.
It does do that. Not double your hit when you.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I thought you meant double
It doubles my hit
Oh
points.
god, no! Don't do that.
Oh god.
They call me Timortal.
How'd you get all those words?
Boo that man! Boo!
Timortal the Tortle. That's what Tim's short for.
It's like a surname, Tim Timortal.
So
Yeah,
much
he's okay.
booing.
Oh dear. So, the rest of the group, I'm assuming you went to go follow Zeife as that was happening?
I tried to.
As you headed up the hill, you find just Zeife and Tim just relaxing next to one of the orchard trees.
Do we see that?
No, don't do that.
Do we see that she's a bit distressed?
She doesn't look in the best of moods.
I think we should hang back a little bit.
Oh.
Where did you get that cake?
She has a backpack.
So we know just drive much more perception?
I mean, you haven't cleaned your hands after
That's right,
shaking at
There
that
is
guy's
a-
hand.
No,
You
it's
do
not
see
enough
them.
of me to handkerchief,
I
is
forgot I
there?
had it until that moment.
Can I
when
roll?
did it.
You do see that they are there, yes.
Can I roll
On this
insight
whole argument about
on
handkerchief.
or like perception? Is it like perception or like empathy?
Roll an insight.
I thought you were
Roll
from
out,
wealthy
please.
family that would have taught you manners.
Yeah,
Do you want to-
You know a hangover look when you've seen it.
10.
Come
So
on for
yeah,
himself.
I guess. Okay, so I just literally I look at everyone else and I get my brewer's kit out.
What? I like this thing.
I know just the thing.
What are you doing?
What's happened to his voice?
Yeah, I want to
I love this. I love this.
I
Yeah, don't do that voice while you're making drinks. Otherwise, but somebody's just gonna go.
This will make you feel better.
You'll feel better just drink this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start on that.
Okay.
Like a bunch of different like things, just like filters.
Roll me sleight of hand.
I do get
Advantage.
advantage.
No, not advantage. You get proficiency.
So plus
Add 2.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
that one.
You were made. You guys look at him just like. Chemistry set. Boom!
I mean,
And you're just like, oh, mate, the best drink ever. You can smell the acrid stench coming off. You're thinking paint would peel on this and run screaming.
no, don't drink it, no!
Does she drink it?
Yes, she's drinking it.
Contact with disadvantage.
Trust me.
No!
It's perfect.
You've only just come back to the party. Why is it not
Sorry,
drinking?
You are in
we were
the
discussing beer earlier.
happiest mood you can possibly imagine as this thing pours down you, and it's almost like liquid acid that just opens up your mind. It's
But
like
you
you put
won't
LSD in.
Sorry,
And you're like, whoa! As you see a squirrel run past, and then suddenly that squirrel just sprouts giraffe legs and goes and runs past, and then suddenly an apple falls from a tree, and as the apple rolls further and further down, it snowballs down, and you just see it go down the hill, just like boom, it's about to hit the town hall.
Right.
What do we
Yeah,
see?
right.
You see her tripping balls.
Okay,
So if I look around,
What did
do
you
they have?
do?
I made
We
the
handed
little
over
snowball
glass stuff,
bunny
right? We don't have
Yes,
stuff.
you handed over.
Why would you give that to someone?
I look around.
As you look over to Alistair, he's suddenly grown 2 heads.
Is this like
and as you see-
Galaxy Volume 2? You just
As you see his arms, he's now got 4 arms, clicks all of his fingers, fire, 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 fire.
She was in the bed.
Are you okay? Zeife?
I'm just going. Oh God!
As you see him go a little bit close to him, you just see his arms just go towards you, fire, 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 fire.
You set things on fire.
Why does everyone always bring that up?
I think she's not.
3
No,
times?
right, she
4
doesn't.
times.
She does.
4 times?
She doesn't know.
As
that.
Shuna raises her voice, you see the fire from Alistair's 4 hands all coalesce
You're made
together,
of fire.
and suddenly her face pops up out of the flames.
I
It's just like,
noticed- I
hey!
notice how vexed the rest of the group are, and I'm just like. I walk off and sit.
Are you on this?
Oh my lord. I just grabbed you. You could burn the world.
I don't think that's a good idea. Let's go get you.
As you're reaching, you keep going, ow, hot, ow, hot, ow, hot.
You're made of fire and I keep touching you.
Let's go. I won't touch you. I won't do it. Let's
I
go
go
back
back-
to the inn.
I am
I go back to my brewer's tools.
As you
I'm
look
not
over
gonna touch
towards,
you.
as you look over towards Caboyne, and you just see just a bearded face, and the beard just goes into like Bob Ross, completely encapsulating his whole head, and then just he just goes, and then suddenly a coin just keeps spinning and just spinning around his head as it
It's quite a
spins.
trip.
It's
I
natural one.
Right, does she?
I look over
Will
at
sleep help this?
I look over at Grandma.
I think I'll help it.
I think sleep will make this worse.
I've got a hangover to prolong, and I go.
Harold that
I snatched the broom
I
and
don't
get
think
away
you're supposed
from
to
it.
put ears in it.
Tim looks fine.
Let's get you back to the
Tim's a
inn.
trip in himself.
I've only heard stories of the ear beer.
Yeah, bear.
I like the way
Right, we need to discuss with these
Oh,
two
God.
what happened in the town. Anyway.
She's holding the tiara.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's a bad trip.
no! Okay,
That's a trip with an
roll me an intelligence.
Fucking hell. Oh no.
Is she gonna like see like the universe?
9.
Your colours.
Oh.
Your colours.
This was going so bad.
-1 to your intelligence
Okay.
as your mind warps with what is going on in your head. As you see purple hands, you see crows fly towards you. You see those crows grow to about the size of 3 crows. In your face, you see a mountain explode, but then a mountain suddenly goes and suck back in its smoke.
I'm taking off my head.
teleport up a
She just like bleeding out her eyes. She's like, oh!
Why would you do that?
It's like when Pippin
I don't think
gets
she knows what
the
she's
orb
doing.
taken off him.
I don't know.
What the fuck have you done?
I'm kind of a little bit far away now anyway.
Zeife?
Grandma, what did you...
Zeife?
I go after Grandma like
Right, if no one drinks anything, the gnome gives them. Ever.
What did you make?
Again.
I punched Zeife in the face, natural 20.
Shit.
Am I just out?
Natural 20? Okay.
Did you try and slug her out?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He punches you so hard it re-rattles your brain. You get your +1 back to intelligence. You're unconscious.
Right. That's probably a good thing for
Can
now.
I
and
kneel
you
down
took
by her,
9
take that
points of
thread
damage.
of cloth and wrap it around her eyes?
Why?
Tie it back and fold up. When she
Treat her
wakes
like a
up,
canary.
when she
or a
wakes up,
parrot.
she's not seeing hallucinations again.
She might have like sit there with the fucking
I know, but
she's-
that's what
The darkness
I'm doing.
becomes darker.
Oh,
Just place
fine.
the cloth over her eyes, try and tie it off at the back.
I'm standing quite far away. I'm
Oh,
swilling the
this is fun.
I'm going to
remnants.
sit
that.
down next to
I'm
her.
sort of swilling the
It's a bit
remnants from my
roller
beaker and
coaster
I'm
for
like,
this girl.
I'm sad.
That
Wow.
was a great
I said,
roll.
well.
it sort of clicks as I
You weren't
swirl,
there, man.
I swirl the remaining sort of black liquid in the flask, and I'm like, no.
You don't do
Can I examine?
And then I just pour it
Does
away
this
and
look
I'm
like
like,
alcohol
ah.
poisoning or demonic possession?
And one flower has the
Both.
time of its life.
Okay.
I can walk.
Yeah, no,
She
hence
just
the
thinks about
coloring of the eyes.
Yeah, you're just thinking, this should not be drinkable.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already...
I've blindfolded Zeife.
Let's.
So whatever
Oh.
demon is possessing her cannot see through her eyes.
We've all learned something today.
Not to drink anything the gnome gives us.
Well, he
Okay, as you
he
put
did turn up
cloak
with
over
poison.
you see boom, purple smoke flow out from underneath,
And what?
Of what?
seemingly coming from Zeife's head.
Oh shit.
What did you make?
Around me.
Does the smoke
Did you
dissipate?
put
You
ears
summoned
in it?
demons with that.
Has the smoke dissipated?
I don't
Oh, what the
It's
first
strong.
one looks like.
Away.
I mean, that's not a good thing, but maybe because you said you saw purple hands when you put it on,
Yeah.
and maybe she's. I mean, if you can't
Zeife's
get that,
flesh
maybe
turns
she's.
a little purple.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
The coin, you got anything? You got
I was
anything
like,
for Zeife?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you just see like it doesn't seem like all of her flesh is turning purple. Just you see the veins start to
Can I
show up
do
in her
a
arms
medicine check
and
for poison?
glow purple. Okay, medicine check.
Oh shit. I mean, I don't think it's
What a day.
poisoning anymore. I
21.
think it's complete
It's not poison.
body takeover.
Roll me an Arcana.
Fuck you.
I mean,
13.
that ain't right.
I wasn't tripping acid, let's put it out.
No.
That
What?
doesn't help necrotic.
However, as you examine, you realise that. Well, I don't know. Roll me a investigation.
15.
Booze can't do this.
This is decidedly not jazzy.
Where is the tiara now?
The tiara.
Who's holding it?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, booze can't do this. However, you think that this emptiness in her brain right now is the.
I got that point back.
You're covered like a parrot right now.
You're covered like a parrot and unconscious, mate. You don't get a say.
You're
what's
thinking that
happening now.
emptiness in her brain was an opening that was created.
Oh, good God.
Great.
And something could step in. As that purple is still flowing through her veins.
If we wake up.
Can I do it like a
Will
tourniquet?
that
It's like
help?
tie the arm.
Unfortunately, you can't tell where on her
Oh.
the actual purple is coming from. You just see it flowing down her arm.
Can't stop it flowing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm. I don't
You
know
save the
what
arm.
Make
I don't know what I'm doing.
Unfortunately, you lose the rest of her.
Do we need to cut her arm off?
No.
No, I don't think we need to do that.
Grandma gets his belt off.
I just
Not the time.
Okay.
You think it's something good?
Well, I'd like to cast a blessing. I don't know if I'm going to do that as a spell or just like thematically. Probably the spell slot. But I'd like to pray for a blessing over her body.
Wait, so, I'm sorry, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to work out if I need to do this with a spell or not, but Kaboin pray for a blessing over her body.
So you're just casting Bless.
Against whatever is trying to inhabit. Yeah, this
I don't think Bless is going to help here.
No, he's in like he's praying a blessing over her, just thematically.
Unless you have a specific spell.
No, take it thematically. That's fine. But he's
thematically, you're just like save her, God, save her, God, save her, God. It's not working.
Has Kaboin
Because he's got sense tomorrow.
told anyone like the details that you saw? Have you told anyone?
No.
You guys can see the purple.
Can I try and figure out what's... Yeah, okay, then
praying for a brother.
he's not helpful. Can I try and figure out what this is? Because I don't know what's
Roll me
going on.
medicine.
It's thematic. I'm doing it thematically. It's not actually casting a spell.
Medicine. 16.
Something's taking over her body. Or at least
What?
trying to.
Wait.
What do I do?
What if we
Somebody's trying to take
what if
over
we-
Roll me a con.
What if we wake her up? Will that help? 13.
You see the purple start to recede on her arms.
I just kind of lightly shake her on the shoulders. It's like, Zeife, wake up, please, wake up.
Give me 30 seconds. I don't fucking know. I just stop.
No!
Don't pause this.
Okay. Can I light a
fine,
sacred
it's okay.
flame and hold it like just next to the purple lining?
It's not a wound, man.
No, just hold it. Hold the
Okay.
flame next to the
Okay,
sacred
as
flame.
you
Hold
flare
it
up a
next
sacred
to
flame in
the
your
purple.
hand, and it just kind of encapsulates your whole fist. You just hold it to
Next
the
to
purple
the
that's creeping up the arm, and you just seem kind of. Yes, you did hear that sound.
That's not.
No.
Does it look like it's like a bulge that something's crawling through, or it's just like...
No, it looks like her veins are
Yeah.
I was
like
gonna say,
popping
is it
out
like-
and just seem to go.
Does it seem like something organic is inside?
It seems like something's in there, and whatever it is responding to the sacred flame.
Can I pick up?
I apologise for wherever this leads. I'm trying to follow the line up the body.
Okay,
I
as you follow up her
Yeah, I
arm,
know, I was saying apologise!
it goes up her sleeve. Con check.
Can I pick up the remaining ale that she didn't drink?
19.
I'd like to.
It vanishes from her sleeve, vanishes from her other arm, and then she's still got the tarp over her head, so you can't really.
I pull my hand up towards her head.
Should this goes places that I'm not meant to go, please follow the line.
Okay.
I take the blindfold off her head.
You pull it off. Her head is purple.
I've just poured the remaining ale on her head to try and wake her up.
She's got a soggy purple head.
I'm in the middle of
I
brewing
mean-
something.
I move the flame nearer her head.
Is there any symbol
As you
or
do,
anything?
her eyes burst open. However, you see that there is purple in her eyes right now. And you see her mouth opens to a scream with a
I keep the hand there.
as
Right,
just seemingly the purple seems to just vanish and go further and further and squint down, go to her mouth and just into your face. Roll me a con.
Oh dear.
That's the wrong
Oh,
die.
this is
That's a
D12.
D12.
Wrong dice.
That's a very good thing I was little, because of 2.
Can I take my inspiration point for this?
Sure.
Okay, this is something he would
That
fight
gives you an advantage.
with everything he can.
What's that?
13.
Okay, as you and it's almost like just huge, like partly bile, partly smoke just splats into your face, and you're just like, oh! But it's got more consistency than say liquid, as it just suddenly kind of clings and just tries to attach to you.
Can I try and...
I bring my hands to my face.
You bring your
With
sacred
the
flame
flame,
to you.
like, not-
How close?
Like there.
Okay, just like, and it recoils and seemingly just kind of tries to wrap around your head and go to the other side of your head, away from this sacred flame, as it tries to go into your ear.
Can I try and grab this whatever thing?
Go ahead, roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, no, that's a natural 4, so sleight of hand 8.
8. As you try to grab it, it's like trying to grab hold of jelly. It's like your fingers are just passing through it as it part smoke, part odd, consistent sludge. As it just seemingly tries to go
Can I
into the
try and
void.
grab it with the flame?
Grab it with the flame.
Like, if there's anything.
Roll me a
if there's
sleight of hand with
anything off my
advantage.
skin.
You barely said I'm not.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we're going with this. With advantage, that's an 8.
Unfortunately, as you reach, your hand is so big you can't grab as it starts to into your head.
Because I've
You have no idea.
I've just basically been with my brain.
Sister
Can
Grail!
I just?
I don't think we have time.
Did Zeife drop again afterwards? Is she now conscious now?
Zeife is conscious now.
Oh, is she conscious?
She's like, what the hell? As you just see like this thing crawling all over people's faces.
Tim doesn't know what's happening.
Tim's just like,
We don't use your. Oh, you don't have a knife.
I don't have the knife anymore!
I have a knife, which is a.
I have a
Am I
normal
still in
dagger.
full clarity?
I have a
you
small
are in
knife.
clarity at the moment.
Okay.
Although you do feel like your vision slowly with purple start to bleed into
Okay.
it. Sorry, what were you saying, Oscar?
Oh, I was brewing.
Just plug it in.
Okay, roll me
I
a
I'm gonna notice Zeife.
Roll me a medicine.
Okay.
Can I just plug his in?
With it in it?
No, oh, is it in?
Yeah, it's gone in now.
Oh, right, I thought it was still kind of working.
No, it's going in.
Ah!
16? Okay.
Ah!
You have brewed something seemingly like a kind of purplish, goldish liquid. Again,
What are you
I'm not
doing?
sure what this is, but it's a bit like.
Okay, I've got that in a mug, and just before you sort of get taken, I want to
It's
just go.
currently in your
I
head.
go up to Kaboy and I'm like, dip your hand with the flame. I've got a mug.
What is that?
Do I hear this? Is my hearing impaired?
You can hear out one of it.
Can I try to shake his head? Just.
It's not a bottle.
I'm panicking.
Apparently
Okay.
so. Okay, so
I have
roll me perception with disadvantage to see if you hear this.
Yeah.
Shot 12.
Okay, 12. You hear it slightly. You just hear very faintly.
Put my hand in the beard.
As you feel it inside your head, just seemingly.
I stick my
Over your
hand
brain.
into the beard, grip the central coin,
Yep.
and cast Turn Undead.
Ooh. Roll me a religion.
20, not natural.
Okay. As you just grasp onto the coin with both your hands and just
One hand still out in front of me on fire. The other hand just
you grab, ow! Hold it, just fire. You grasp onto the coin and just you hear just heavenly sounds. You hear heavenly sounds and you hear Tamora saying, "Put your hand."
I do.
As you do? Okay. As you just go
Speaking to my
Whoa,
god, I do it.
and your entire arm goes up in sacred flame as you're like, whoa! As the rest of it just whoosh, and you are completely coated in the gold sacred flame. As you hear inside your head, as just seemingly just dissipates and dissipates, and you just see fly out of your ear a thing that just mist poofs in the sacred flame as it burns out.
Can I have some of that?
He's like, I don't know what I made of them.
I tried to blow him out.
You are now
I get
like
a
burning with
freeze.
sacred flame. Nobody's burning from this. It's not hot. It's just he is covered in golden fire.
Is Zeife still high as hell? Is Zeife still high as hell?
Oh, we're good.
Or
No.
did the knockout?
Let's just say this thing drained it out of you.
What I wanted.
Well, that's what I was
Like,
wondering.
oh, man, what did that show? You're like, am I still hot?
Maybe
Yeah.
enchant my beer. That's what I was expecting.
Are you pouring it into like that other stuff you made?
The other stuff.
I thought I drank the other stuff.
Yeah.
Not all of it.
Tim poured it out, did he?
Oh,
I was just trying to make something reactive, but I just wanted to like put the sacred flame and enchant the drink somehow, and then like feed it to him.
Oh, so you just wanted a holy drink?
Yeah.
I can make those, but that's
But
not.
overkill.
No,
Right now I'm on fire.
Right now he is glowing with golden fire.
Overkill like overkill.
Can I turn to the cloud above the manor and just look at it?
You see that the darkness that seemingly cloaked the manor, while still, yes, there is light coming through, it is seemingly just shrouding back over.
I'm not made for this.
you
I think
just
it will reach. You've only got
as you
to-
hold out your
It
hand,
goes that far.
roll me a religion.
We've got some guy going Super Saiyan over here. I don't like it.
As you hold out your hand, the flame goes out. Doesn't go anywhere, just gone.
You okay there, little buddy?
I sink to my knees.
I'm frantically putting this in test tubes and corking them and putting them in my bag.
That was bad.
Stop doing everything. I'm trying things out.
Do we have
What's
anyone?
I don't think now is the time for that.
No,
Once we were
doing
trying to
things
drink and he was on
that
fire.
would be a good plan.
It is what it is, mate.
It's, you went weird.
And no one is putting this on again. I'm putting it in my bag.
I punched you.
No purple smoke in my vision currently.
None.
But somehow I think
Nothing.
I punched you.
I take very deep breaths.
You just hear very faintly that heavenly sound for a second. And then
I
just
close my eyes. As it fades, I open my eyes again.
you're okay.
How much time has passed?
About 6 seconds. Not long. Just you for a moment hear it and then
I realise I haven't moved. So. You guys saw that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw lots of things. I mean, she was purple.
So everything, so too much.
And you still holding a
Oh,
glass.
it came
I
out of her.
poured the mug into various
You didn't
test tubes.
make me drink that, right?
No. Just being angry.
Oh.
I want to go home. I want my library. I like my library. It was safe.
you destroyed the library.
My home library.
Oh, that one.
I asked her a
Disembodied
prayer.
voice.
I appreciate you've never met a scientist such as myself before. But that's okay.
For a moment, his accent slipped back into this really thick dwarven. As he, in Dwarvish, she mutters a small prayer of thanks up to the heavens.
And you just see, it's almost like one of the clouds just goes into a thumbs up. And then
I think about
just for a second.
That just been up yours.
Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Everyone all right? I'm looking.
Are
Zeife
you
still
all right?
lying on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm like,
She's fine, everyone's fine.
everyone's
What are we doing now?
sleeping. Let's get you back.
Can I see the ruins of the
And I'll help
chapel?
you up.
I mean,
Can partly?
we kind of just woke up.
Yeah, long rests aren't happening. Short rest, sure, but not a long rest.
What time is it? It's like 12.
Yeah, about
Where are-
lunchtime.
Where are we? Like?
Eating.
You're outside the orchard.
Ooh, that-
Let's.
Do you want some
we need
apples?
to tell them about what
I'm gonna find
the
some
Lord's
apples.
told us to do.
You're under a tree.
Yep.
Is there an apple?
I elbow the
And
tree.
then maybe once they know,
Roll me-
sort this out, maybe.
You know what? Roll me a
When the dead ones
charisma,
that
see how
we
smooth
do
it is.
Yeah, I do one for catching the apple that
19.
fall.
Yeah.
Boom! Thunk! One falls into your hand. It's like, there we go.
Flawless.
I think
I hope this will help you realize the gravity of the situation.
Boom! Oh, nice. Just. Oh.
Are you still lying on the floor, so?
Maybe that purple
I'm
thing
like
is
just sort of
non-Newtonian fluid.
I helped us
It
out.
definitely was.
Oh my god.
That's
Really?
why I didn't
Really
pull out
shit.
the drink.
Brute himself.
How bad can they get?
Oh boy.
Like, I kneel by Zeife. Place a hand on her shoulder.
For a second I thought you said kneel by Zod.
I've changed dog in the last 20 minutes, hence all the.
You know that'd be his perfume. Kneel by Zod.
Yeah, I kneel by Zeife, just place a hand on
I
her
don't want to
shoulder.
know what Neil
What
sounds
do you
like.
want?
Just making sure you're all right.
Can I ask a favour of everyone? Can we not stop? Can you just experiment with each other and ourselves?
Can you stand?
There's a sentence.
Yeah.
I think you're a bit young for that kind of thing, to be honest.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, exactly.
Okay.
He'll have his college years.
What?
I stand up
He's
opposite
experimenting with her, and then She's experimenting with herself.
I mean, I'd like to think that he had good intentions, but after what happened, I'm not sure anymore. Let me finish talking. You have not made a good first impression, mate. I mean, the first time I met you, I hit yourself with your nunchucks. And now, you're trying to kill the rest of the party!
I tried to do like a confident strut over to one of the sort of nearby walls. He's still drunk. And just plonk myself down and start drinking.
Start drinking what? That is a key thing.
What's your perception, boy?
We just go back to the inn.
Oh my god.
I just want
14.
Okay, as you are just hearing this, like, all this tirade going on in Grimble, you just hear that very faint as you look towards the forest and you see a murder of them is flying in your direction.
Can you just leave us alone? Can I operate as a scarecrow and drink some of
Harry,
that?
help us.
It's not going to be you.
Okay.
It's literally, you see them, it's like they're beelining towards you.
Okay.
Towards me directly.
Specifically?
You see. And they're moving fast, like faster than crows can go.
I'm stood right next to you.
You guys, at this point you don't need to roll perceptions, you guys are seeing this enormous like murder of crows collectively just going towards them like a cloud.
It's
just a whisper cloud. As just
Is it moving fast?
Is there anything new? Like, what's nearest at the moment?
right now you're under your orchard tree, there's an orchard village, there's the inn just a little way down the road, and yeah, they're still coming, like
What's their origin? What's the origin? What origin?
from the forest.
From the forest. Is that from where we came before?
You just see,
When we
all you can
entered?
tell from what you've seen is
Yeah.
that they're coming from the forest.
Okay.
That's
So is it from the direction where we met?
You've no idea. At that point, they were up in the sky.
Okay. All right then.
Only Caboyne spotted kind of
Oh,
where
right, okay.
they
That's a
originated.
lot of things.
And that was quite far off into the forest.
It's not often.
They're flights first.
And they're flying closer, closer, closer.
Slowing
You
down.
see that there's so many of them, there's starting to be a shadow moving through
You
Phandalin.
know
I
what?
cast light on my shield.
I'm going to book it.
Okay, you cast it.
You
You raise up your shield, and there is a beacon of light.
terrified.
They are still flying completely towards you as they into you, just pile up, just like a tide as they flow and around the shield to land on your head. All of them just landing. You feel just bird claws all over your body, even through the armor. You feel them,
Wait,
and as
use
they
your
just,
fire and
as each of them just suddenly.
Don't have that.
They just sat. And they all just turn their heads towards you. They are all perched on places on Caboyne. And as they all collectively just go, "Ah!" and just bite down. Not on your flesh.
your coins.
Not after the beard. No. Not on your flesh. As you see them each pull away their beak, you're thinking there should be a strip of flesh there. There is a strip of purple that is now frayed and just seemingly trying to pull back onto you as you just see,
They're pulling it out.
and each of the crows seemingly devours a section of purple.
Okay, I raise the shield up, I stay still. Just to get an area of
As they
light
each
around
peck. Again, you don't feel a thing as each of them, you see them tear back with a strip of seemingly just purple that appears, as though pulling like you just pulled like string cheese out that you didn't even know was there.
I'm like eating your soul.
Are they...
As you see each of them,
Do I feel okay otherwise?
yeah, you feel absolutely fine.
I'm clear, yeah.
You feel absolutely fine. In fact, your light grows brighter the more that they eat.
You
I keep the shield
boy.
raised.
Are they making you making you feel better?
I don't know what they're doing, but
It's a
I'm
bird
not
bath.
gonna stop them.
As each of them, as they seemingly are done biting, just fly up into the sky and just go away.
No
Just
smoke.
fly towards the forest.
You have my thanks.
Okay.
I dispel the light.
I rolled a 16 to see if I noticed if that Alistair booked it.
Oh,
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
As soon as I go,
The
I was
Alistair
like-
Rand, yeah.
yeah, no.
Said he ran.
Did
Yeah.
I notice?
So where did you run to?
Where was nearest?
So I booked it
The
after.
orchard, technically?
Where shelter-wise?
The orchard.
No, oh,
The village of the
Like-
orchard.
oh, right, just
Not the village, the cottage of the orchard.
Where you-
no,
Where
not
the
going in
boy
there.
is.
Not going in there. Bit further.
The inn, I suppose?
Sure, the inn.
That's about, that's about 100 feet away, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm not going in there. I just think they're just going to go up all of us.
as you turn around, you've seen that they all just go onto
Don't
Cabot.
turn around.
And like,
No,
coach-
don't look back.
there's a Caboin-shaped mass of birds, right, as you
He's
saw,
not-
and
he's
then
not
you just
looking.
ran.
I'm not looking. I don't see any of that. I just think they're coming.
Okay, and you just booked it into the inn. You get in just like, and then
It's like his knees just doing like little maracas.
as you see that Tobin just looks like, what's happened to you?
Nothing.
Nothing happened to me. I don't know where's everyone else.
As he looks to Darren, just like, you know, I'm not an adventurer anymore, but I can still smell bullshit.
Nothing happened. Nothing. I'm not. The crows, and they just swarmed, and then there was a yes.
Yeah, Mother Grail is just sat
Thank
on one of the
Yeah,
tables like,
Mother Grail.
excuse me?
Crows. They
Cross?
I may be stuttering, but I'm not saying it wrong.
Liked it.
She doesn't even say any more words to you. She just rushes past you and pushes you aside, and you feel a holy force just like, whoa! As she just opens the door, just like, rushes out. And the crows are gone by this point. She's just like, where are the crows?
I'm walking up towards the inn.
Yeah.
Do I
You, lizard man, where are the crows?
do I see Alistair?
Oh, I'm inside.
No,
Oh, he's inside.
Okay,
Heading your way.
let's go.
You just see golden
Oh
flames.
no,
from her
Alistair!
hand.
They ate Kiboyne! He's gone!
Oh God!
No, just kidding.
What have I done?
Alistair!
You are a bad person.
Cabot just did that somewhat overall, like everything that just happened.
And I was
You just see there's golden light flame coming from Sister Grail's hand. Mother Grail's hand. Yeah, I don't know right. Mother Grail's hand, as she just looks to you, just like there's a look of fear as she rushes over and just plants her hand, and you just feel that cleansing warmth as it coats both of her hands like
She
the
hasn't-
link
she's
between
got
your
one
head.
hand.
One
I've only got one hand.
That's true.
I'm dying over here.
Stop. Just
It goes. It's like trying to find another one. Just goes back to her throughout that hand. Just washes over your head. It's just like you're better.
The crows pulled something from him.
What did they pull from you? Was it your soul?
It was
I don't think so.
purple.
Something is going on here.
The weird thing was inside Zeife, and then he used its flame, and then it jumped into him, and
Jumped into Zeife. What happened to Zeife?
Zeife put the tiara on after she drank something from the gnome.
she drank just straight LSD.
What? What did you give her?
Yes,
I don't know.
She was
I believe you.
she was seeing weird things, and then Tim knocked her out, and we. But she'd already put the tiara on by that point, and then she started turning purple through her.
I don't think this is the first time this has happened.
What is happened?
Whatever this force is, it's tried to do this before.
If it is purple, this is something that is trying.
Remember the first night we spent in the chapel?
I remember.
When they tried to take you then?
You tried to take me, yes. I am appreciative of the fact that you cleansed me.
Oh, I didn't do the cleansing, tomorrow did that.
Well, you were her symbol.
You tried to be.
Alright, Mr. Holier the Down.
Can I just say
I'll take that.
Nothing around would be
Can I
rude.
just say I carried on?
Mazel.
I carried on.
I said
I carried
well,
on.
I corrected
I'm being
myself.
humble. She doesn't like it. Same thing happened.
I carried on walking in. I just say, just kidding, Alistair. He's fine.
He's just like freaking out.
But
Tried to take his life.
but listen,
Tiara, and then he tried to take me.
it's okay, and you're.
He told me he wasn't. He told me he's gone.
fine. That
She
was a
picks
joke.
up the tiara,
Huh?
the golden flame, and just it coats it.
He's just like
React.
He's just like
Alistair,
he shows belt things and
Hands
shake
back to
people's
you.
body fat. He looks like one of them.
you need a drink.
Drink. I'm
You're
not old
not
enough.
yet. You are.
No.
You're not yet.
I'm 17.
You're fine.
What's the drinking age in this place?
17.
In this country. Say, I just say, what a hug.
She heads back to the inn, just like
I don't know what I want.
You look, you come over here, and you take your hands and you put them around me like that, and then I, very, very carefully.
You know what a hug is. You gave me one.
as Mother Greta walks in on this, she's like,
What the hell's going on here?
What's going on?
she sits down at her table, prays, and goes,
Do I notice?
No!
Do I notice
I
that?
just put my head against Jim's
Do I
chest.
notice this happening?
yes. You notice that she's just like, give me something strong.
It's still dust still
Sildar's not.
I don't want people to keep getting possessed.
Nobody wants.
It's not. Nobody wants
to
that,
get
Alistair.
possessed.
Don't worry, we got the antidote now.
Yeah, the antidote, a god. A literal god is the antidote to your poorly brewed alcohol.
Little vial.
I
Doesn't
think.
that review on this beer? Brewed so strong, only the gods can help you now.
Wow. I think you.
That's a tag.
And I just say, listen, Alistair, you're really strong. Like, not physically, but you got a lot.
Sings a little bit.
You got a lot of power. You can do things that, you know, most of us, we have no idea how to do that kind of thing.
All I do is just stuff from a book.
Well, that's very impressive because I can't read. So, you know, that's already one power that you got that I don't.
I don't have anything to do with a murder of crows becoming a single thing and then just.
Sure you do. You have fire. That's the last one, I promise.
That's
I'm
probably
sorry.
not helping.
Fire and I don't quite get along.
But you
We
don't.
don't get on with ice either, but I'm not begrudging you for that.
You don't need to get. You don't need to.
I just learned how to do half this stuff, okay?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm trying to lighten the mood.
You're Mordecai.
Please
You'll
stop.
get a hang of it.
Listen, you don't need to be good at everything. You're good at the thing that you do. And Kavoin is good at the thing that he does, so you don't need to stop the purple things because he can do it.
How I'm
do
doing
that
it.
anyway.
So
Okay.
Something is.
So he'll look
Somehow
after
you're
you.
doing it.
Okay.
You look after him.
Let's just focus on what we've been paid to do.
Well, we need to tell them what we need to do first.
I don't know what we've been paid to do.
I don't know.
I know we've been paid.
The lawgiver half and Westerners asked us to go to a camp. The people who are picking mushrooms, mushrooms?
They were
What is mushrooms? Can I sit down in the tavern and start
There's dead
counting out
people in the
pounds?
forest,
Yeah.
and the mayor wants us to go and see what it's about.
We need to
Okay,
speak to
let's do that.
And we need to go to see Lamine again to get a map of the forest.
She's got questions.
Okay.
Can I start counting through the bag solo again while this conversation's going on?
Sildar. Oh yeah,
The
sure.
bag again, while this is going
Okay,
on.
as
Start
you open
counting
it up,
through
you find precious gems in there. You don't know the value, but you know, like from the cut, there's like 20 of these things in there, and they look valuable.
I close the bag.
They look shiny.
Oh shit! Tim spotted it.
Tim saw this?
Well, yeah, everybody who, when you open the bag, just went shined.
What do you plan on doing with that?
Isn't there a
Was that for
woman in
everybody?
the, isn't there a woman in the forest who answers questions for
I think I know what you have to do with them.
ask questions?
I'll get answers.
That's it. Hopefully.
That's what we have to do. No, we were supposed to look at the tiara.
That'll give us one question. we have any more than that,
I don't want to
Oh,
just.
we
okay.
might be able to get some more.
I don't want to just get rid of the tiara because.
We're not getting rid of the tiara.
You,
We just won't
you
put it
know
on
the
her.
tower is now, you ran off.
Oh no, she stuffed it in her bag ages ago.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you.
It's
Oh,
moved, it's moved since
oh okay.
It has.
Rail got it off me.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's gonna happen.
Were those gems for everybody, Kiboy?
I feel
Everybody,
like
not
I
for
know what's
everybody.
happened to the tiara.
I'm merely holding on to
Shula
them.
knows how to do numbers if you want to divide them up.
I'm merely holding on to them. They're not mine to keep.
I think the gems are more
Whose are they?
placed best for something else.
Is it just gems?
There's a sister of mine in the forest.
So
Agatha?
you had a sister?
Agatha?
Agatha, I
How
haven't.
big is your family?
Well, none
Not
of them.
actually.
None of
Is
them.
that asked deadpan?
None of them are that big.
Okay, sorry. How many?
Sister and Tamora. There's no blood between us, it's something more than that.
Okay.
I don't know what that
Don't know
means.
what to
No.
Darren's in
Are you related or not?
it. Darren's in it.
Darren is there and he is
I'll be
sat
through other ones.
seemingly in conversation with
What?
Token.
Okay, does he seem
As they give the occasional glance over towards you like,
does he seem better than when I left him in the...
he looks happy.
This time I got these.
As both of them are seemingly having a discussion and you see that both of them are holding
It's hard to
hands.
tell with dwarves.
True, I've only seen them with beards.
I think they all have beards.
They do
And
all
just
have beards.
They do
seemingly
all
lost
have
in
beards.
conversation.
Aww, that's really cute.
A sheep!
Goblins!
No, I think
Hazel
school
M.
just ended.
It's goodly!
Last call.
Okay.
Okay, so what? We're gonna go visit the crazy woods woman?
Yeah.
Find the dead people.
She's
You give her a hat, you find some dead people and hit them.
I mean, it's not really hard to
I
find
like the way you put
No
it.
idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like a.
They're dead.
Also, who are you?
I'm here for the quests.
There are undead roaming around, but it's our duty to find them.
Oh yes, I remember, son of Grenville Fenrir.
AKA Beer Fist.
Beer
They like
Fist.
to call me that at the institute.
You know what? I'm gonna call you Grenville.
What was in the spring?
He doesn't know.
What did you put in the spring?
It depends. I don't know.
It depends, did you like it?
I didn't write it down.
I don't think you should.
Can I do a check
I
on
lost my
Grenville,
book.
see if he's
On the
emanating
car.
any evil spirits?
What, you're doing it to detect evil?
Yeah.
He ain't evil.
Okay.
He's an idiot, but he ain't evil.
He didn't knowingly summon a demon.
He is
No.
emanating spirits, but not the kind you're thinking of.
Okay. I do not attempt to smite Grenville.
Thank God.
This is what Zeife knows.
Good knowledge.
He calls everything beer, even though some of it's about 40%.
The percentages are off, but you don't know that.
Can he do percentages?
I am the brewer of the strongest beer known to man.
It'll trip your ass.
So strong it put a demon in you.
Okay, we don't even call it beer.
I take it you didn't know what you'd done with that thing then.
Sorry.
I take it you didn't know what you did with that thing.
Nope.
Did the first time you've used it.
Sometimes you just kind of react to situations, you know. You have to think on your feet.
I think next time maybe react with the other thing that you hit yourself with.
I have a good feeling about this
I
group.
only
There's a
got
lot
it
of
2 weeks
brains.
ago. I don't know how to I'm still figuring it out.
A lot of smarts. If only Arro was
I think that's the most smart-ass thing Tim's ever said.
I take him seriously.
Anyway.
But if there are undead out there, shouldn't keep them waiting.
No, let's go get them back.
What is dad? I thought we were looking for dad.
There's a lot of different
The
kinds of
undead might have something to do with the dead.
Well, let's go make them dad.
Ah,
Okay,
need a map first.
I'll go with you, Shula,
Thank you.
since I'm really good at talking to that woman.
Yes, you are.
Which woman?
The gnome.
The short one.
The one that said she killed Ormo. I won't be there for that conversation.
Vaguely.
She made the
I know, I
shield.
think, yeah, I think,
I
yeah.
pull out the dagger she sold me earlier.
She made my shield.
Oh no, Alright. Have to do it somewhere.
Okay, we're gonna go visit
Okay.
Crafty now.
Okay, as you head back to...
You go with them.
You head out.
people.
As we're walking down, can I pass Zeife the patch with the Lord of Lion symbol on it that I carved out?
Sure.
I think. Better you hold on to this.
What am I going to do with it now?
You're one of them, aren't you?
I guess now.
Okay, as you guys head down the hill, through to the town, and through your way to Lenine Greywind's place, you find again that kind of stone box place. And however, you see that the door seems fine, actually.
We know this.
This is very suspicious. Why is the door normal?
Because the red brands are gone. I still knock on the door.
You
Yes.
knock, and you hear, "Come in!"
I tentatively open the door.
You open the door, and
Is someone going to kill someone? This music's intense.
Yeah, she feels like she's about to die again.
as you open the door, you see there is a standard store, and sat down on the bar at the very end, the selling desk. Hello, what can I do for you?
So someone happy as the red brand's gone then.
Oh, you couldn't believe it! And you just see her shock her red hair. She's up, she's slicked it, she's purely happy. It's like, I couldn't believe it. I'm glad they're all gone.
We did a lot of killing.
Yeah, you did. I'm glad you did it. And you did it with my shield, didn't you? Yes!
I didn't kill anyone with the shield, but it stopped people from dying.
It's alright,
You
that's not what it's for.
hurt someone with the shield, then.
That's true.
It's alright, that's not what it's for.
But it's very
It's
well
meant
made.
to make sure you don't die.
very
And
well
did you
made.
die? Clearly not. You're standing there.
No, it wasn't me that died.
So happy about that. I understand that. Have to save as well. Yes.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, sorry. What can I do for you today?
Lord Wester has asked us to
Oh, that's
help
fashionable.
with the job. We need a map of
Oh,
the
okay.
forest.
Did he commission you? Did he give you money for it?
No.
Yeah, of course he didn't. Lazy git.
He's
Alright.
barely given us any money for doing it for him.
Oh, of course he ain't. He's the banker.
In fact, he got money off of us.
Exactly, I didn't think he stayed that
He
way.
gave it back to me. I still got the coin.
Then you can one fucking map.
I got a map. I can
had a good
get you a map. I just... You know what? You've done a service for this place. 1 silver.
Yeah.
How much is that?
I take out.
10 bronze.
I take out my silver coin.
You've
Take
turned
silver.
And it goes, one
one
of
number
these.
question to 2 number question.
Okay. Thank you. Here's the map.
I mean,
Did he say where you were going?
something about a camp?
Into the woods.
Some kind of camp? Oh, he didn't say specifically. He didn't even give you directions.
No.
Slob!
I'm not sure he knew where we were going either.
Useless. He didn't say at all where you were going.
No.
Big
part of
red
the
tent,
adventure.
if that helps.
Big red tent.
You gotta
Oh, I've heard about that. Stupid fat slob needs to say things. Useless. Tell you what, I'll mark down on the map for you where you're supposed to go. Because Lord knows this map,
That'd be very helpful.
kind of empty. It's got landmarks, which is nice, but it's not very good if you need to go somewhere, is it?
No.
No, no. Good God, let me guess. Too busy eating sausage?
I do realise that was the biggest one. Yeah, probably.
You shook his hand, didn't you?
Well, I didn't have any choice in the matter. He took it and he kissed it as well.
You know what? Oh.
Have you got anything I can wash it with?
She brings out formaldehyde. Just a big jug of it, like, here you go. I've seen people shake hands with him before.
Thanks.
Yeah, just saying, if you've shaken his hand, don't handle flaming things. So don't touch your hair.
I smell it and I'm like,
Hang on.
Too late.
I give you a hanky.
That's why you're
That's
No, you gave a hanky, you went.
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So you're wanting to go to the place where that thing is, right?
That thing.
That thing.
Yeah, the red tent. That's it.
Yeah, that's
The red tent.
I didn't know whether you meant something else and you knew more than I did. considering you're around.
Dearie, I don't know nothing. I'll probably never know more than you do.
I don't feel like I know a lot at
I
the
don't
moment.
think that's true.
Hey, you're just new here. You'll learn. No worries. Besides, you got him here, and he's got things made by me. You're going to be safe. Look after that shield.
Speaking of which, actually,
Yes?
I don't suppose you've got any armour that might fit someone about your size.
My size? Why?
I got a friend who's a bit squishy and could do with a little protection.
A friend is saying my size? There's no none round here.
I step aside so that she can see Granville Pathwell.
Kiboyan looks slightly disappointed and realised he got go ahead.
Oh.
He had a very different person in mind.
I snap my headband and like, Grimwell, Fenwell Union. I do a little practice thing, little dance with my nunchucks.
She pulls out both her hand crossbows.
Let me engrave him. What's your business?
Kiboyan gets over the side and pulls out his crossbow as well, just to join in. Oh, I haven't used this in ages.
Yay! Crossbow buddies!
Fired it twice, but times it failed.
She just tosses them back in.
I want to hit you.
My business is my own, but I don't need armor. I'm fine.
Yeah, you can go without armour.
But if you've got any, I'd still like to get some.
I could, but it'd be expensive.
How much?
Oh, what are you looking for?
Just some standard, leather armour.
Oh, I suppose I could. It'd be about 50 gold pieces or so.
Hey, Shula, can you help me count?
Yes.
That's a hell of a
Have
thing.
you got that?
Hey, help me count it.
Because I don't.
Oh no.
Tell me how much I've got.
Fortunately, Tim keeps a record.
Yeah,
book
okay,
down.
we're fine. Yeah, I'll help you count it.
Okay, we count out 50 gold pieces.
Tim's a
Oh, okay.
Sorted.
And she plonks down on the
It's
desk,
alright, I helped my brother count all
like
the
full leather
time. I
armour.
taught my brother how to count.
There you go. He says he don't need it, and to be honest, I think he doesn't.
That's great.
I mean,
thank
he's
you.
barely standing anyway. Stiff breeze would knock him over.
Thank you. I roll it up and
You are welcome, big and
tuck
tawny.
it into my belt session pouches.
Good to know. Wait, what's your name again?
Tim.
Tim, eh? You know what? No. With that shield, you know who you are? Tim Mortal.
I don't.
Why is that canon?
Oh, man.
I love
You
it.
say.
But thank you.
Because he's a turtle. Tim Turtle.
He ain't dying while he's got that shield made by me. I'm a good self-promoter. Right, well, anywhere else you're going that was said
Can I
or
kind of
anything,
browse-
I'll help you out.
Sorry, can I browse the knives in the background? Are there any that look vaguely like the one Sheila destroyed?
No.
No.
Now that looked well fashioned from somewhere, but it didn't, it was too embossed for it to be pure metal.
Is there anything around that looked like it could have cosmetic work done to it?
To look like that?
Just to look like it?
No.
That's irrelevant, just visually.
No, it's just standard knives, knife.
Anywhere else you say you're going? I can help you out.
What about your sister?
How's that? Really nice.
How about your sister? To be useful to know where.
They look pretty well sharp. She looks like she takes care of these.
Well, you haven't heard of Agatha by chance, have you?
Oh, who hasn't heard of Agatha? She's crazy out in the forests. Don't go near her.
Well,
Unless you want your soul taken.
if we were to happen to want to avoid her, which area ought we be going to?
Oh, well, of course, that makes sense.
I'm sorry, what
He's
now?
not the mind to hear that.
That just slipped past Kaboy.
I missed that as well. What?
Suck your soul.
Unless you want your soul taken.
Oh no, he heard that, yeah. He trusts Gorilla more than a merchant does.
Anywhere else? I know the place. I've been here for years. Wish I hadn't.
Well, now the red brands have gone. Anywhere they might have frequented will be empty.
There was the Sleeping Giant, but that's destroyed now.
What about Thornton's old place?
You didn't have anything to do with that, did you?
Can't
Not
feel like it.
directly.
Did ya?
Not directly.
You badass.
Does she have any connection with the Order of Gnomes' interest concerning knuckles?
You are high, or drunk, or something of that matter. Never heard of it.
I've heard that there's some caves where goblins live in the woods.
Possibly. They like to dwell in caves.
If we wanted to either avoid them or make sure they weren't a bother, where would they be?
Well, I don't know actually. I don't go looking for them.
Okay.
I mean, there's cave systems, but that's about it. I don't particularly know.
Okay.
I recall there's a lot of water nearby it.
Yes.
Inside it, inside me.
Surrounding me.
Just take this. There you go, big tool.
Oh, Cragmore, that's the one.
It's something you can read.
Cragmore Caverns.
No, I don't know what that is.
What's a word?
Book from a bird.
I didn't know birds
So I'm
could
assuming
talk.
that that's the
bird's
10th.
looking at it.
The circle is 10. Yeah,
Oh.
okay. And are they the mountains that we've been told about before? With the line?
Sorry, holding it upside.
Am I holding it upside down?
Oh,
We're
no.
here.
No, you just
These
can't see it.
mountains?
You're holding it at an angle,
Yeah,
so
that-
that's it.
Yeah, there we go.
Which mountains are the ones that I would have heard of? Or
That you would have heard of.
with the well that
well.
our staff was telling me about.
Are you talking about that one as well?
With the mine.
That
Nobody knows about those.
Okay, that's London.
Yeah, to be fair, you need to talk to Glassstaff maybe a
That
bit
is
more
the,
to find out that one.
Forge of Spells, you call it?
Forge spells, woes, souls, I got told
The
as
Lightbringer was also mentioned.
You mean the Wave Echo Cave?
Hmm?
You mean the Wave Echo Cave?
I don't know where Tim's
Maybe.
Is that the one that
I
kept
don't
knocking me out
think
with
you told me a
water?
lot of names.
No, not that one.
But those waves definitely
Yeah,
echo.
bueno going there. Okay.
So the road we came in on, having not seen the map at all, is it clearly marked on there?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay. So we know what
And to be fair, we probably know where the goblin caves are because yeah.
well, you know, we follow the slashes in the trees.
Yeah, when you get to the point where there's a big path carved through
Yeah.
the trees, that's where it is.
That's the case. Or we can follow the stream line. Follow the stream up.
Okay. So are you guys heading out?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, just one thing before we go. So look at Zeife. You wouldn't be in need of an axe, would you?
I mean, I'm happy to do, but sure, I'll have another. How's your cloak?
Ask for an umbrella too, because he's passing some shade.
This is really exciting, guys. I've never done an undead quest before.
Not wise to make enemies in this town, is all.
They don't hang out very often at the guild.
They don't what?
They know them all
They
now.
don't
You
let you
didn't
out?
tell us that
They
Silda
don't
was your
have- They don't
father.
normally have undead quests on the board.
Oh.
He knew.
We have
I
we
kept
have a
trying to
board.
tell you.
I made the board.
How many people are at this organisation? Is it just you?
Silda made no mention
It's a
of you. Does
fantastic
anyhow?
guild. You should join.
Your father thought you were general.
Perfect.
He only wanted Albrecht.
I'm just
Glad to see
I
you.
tapped to like a little underlined thing at the bottom of a massive scroll of text.
Oh, he's gone
It just says Ogwick at the top with dots.
Just read it.
What do I do with this? What do I do with this?
Just scribble at the bottom,
With what?
and then you are part of Ogwick.
With what? What do I
I
say?
have there's a pen and paper. Perfect.
The pen explodes.
Remind me, what's the name of this?
Your signature is now
No.
officially an
No.
exploded pen.
It's the sign of the head collector.
Nice.
Yeah, just scroll it up.
Anyway.
You are now part of Ogwick.
That's great. I don't know what that is.
Whatever that means.
Does that mean I'm a gnome now?
It means you get lots of fun quests.
But am I a gnome?
Right.
Tim, I don't think
Please
you
make
will
that
ever
appearance.
be a gnome.
You're an Ogwick representative.
You tell one people that you tell two people, so forth.
He's an Ogwick representative now.
Okay, if we're heading out,
Yep.
let us say, guys, I don't know where we're going, but if we're going past the caves where Gilby lives, I'd like to pay him a visit. Just to see if he's around.
Boyd goes very pale. He says nothing.
You don't know how long he's been, maybe it's worth finding.
Where?
I just want to know if he got
Where?
it safe.
Sure, something.
Sure, can't go out.
Okay, I'll follow whoever's leading though.
Who
Because
has the map?
Oh fuck no.
Oh God!
I mean, my survival's okay, but I don't trust myself to navigate.
I mean,
Love it.
oh hey Alistair, you remember everything, don't you? Can you remember where are you?
Where are you?
I say back. I say
Let's
behind.
need more.
I imagine you're talking to Alistair and then you go, oh, where are you?
I think that's exactly what happens.
You talk to the space next to you and you're like, oh no, okay.
Does someone maybe want to go back and get Alistair?
I'm
If
sure
you're
we
still
can
in
have
the inn,
that.
I'll go.
Okay, we'll sit here.
I think maybe we need to get some food. If we don't know how long we'll be in the forest for.
Hey, you got rations.
I've got
I've only got
rations.
5.
I
I
can
don't
make sure.
know how many days we're going to be in the forest for.
That's a good
Well, I
point.
mean, you have not sold yourself very
Quite
well.
often around here, you just find ears lying
I
about.
only got
I'm not eating an ear.
Why?
Everything
I don't
has
want
been
to.
intended.
I have only
To be
got
fair enough, I won't judge your dietary
with
choices.
my dear.
I mean, Shula's judging yours.
Oh no, not Judgy Shula.
I don't
If
suppose
you
there's
want to
anything-
eat ears, that's fine, but I was not brought up to eat whatever
I'm a
I
bit more
find
cultured
looks
than that.
appealing.
Well, we didn't have a lot of choice, so
Are there any forks for sale in this place? Any
What, like a pitchfork?
metal prongs that might be used for combing beards if properly applied?
Any essential oils? If you look, I don't know, where are you looking for
I thought you
those?
were going to say you were looking for a fork.
You can look in
It's not
Martha's
before
provisions
getting
if
food.
you'd like.
No, I'm going to wander off. I thought if I happen to see any whilst we were there,
There's just an afro going on the floor.
that might work. That might work.
So, have you gone back to get Alistair?
Kid, how are you holding up?
Yeah, he's not in the bar. He's
He's
upset.
I've gone back to the bar.
You don't know. He's not
I'll
downstairs.
follow you out to the tavern, but I'll wait downstairs.
Who's the innkeeper person?
Oh,
Toblin?
what?
Toblin.
He's too busy, like, eyes locked with Darren. Like, oh, wait, what do you want?
Okay. Alright. Where's Alistair? Where's the kid?
Oh, he said he went upstairs or something, I don't know.
I go upstairs and just start banging on doors.
Oh God, we don't know.
Don't escape! What you want?
What is
It's
it?
1 in the afternoon.
That's
Yeah,
how
my
we go
I have things to do.
Kicked everyone else out of the inn.
Yeah, that's what he said happened. He's obviously been very preoccupied with someone else downstairs.
No one snuck past him and just went to sleep in one of the rooms.
Oh boy.
Very busy man.
Kid is the road.
How long have they been gone?
They've been gone.
Yeah.
About, I'd say about an hour.
But I've been able to do a short rest and then be able to just persistently. Oh no.
You can do a short rest, sure.
Yeah, but and also we're just spending around about 50 gold trying to summon Perry back as an owl and try and stop him from screaming dead and being I'm trying to break.
Very demanding.
Just trying to help him because he's kind of in a state.
Okay, as you've been spending that hour just cultivating,
It's still that green smoke and still poofs out as a crow and lands on your shoulder.
Okay, we're gonna try one more time. It's now as I spell, and it's just been like just good.
Try again. Green smoke, crow.
I don't think there's a quick
I
fix. to
could
this
try and do something.
Roll me an arcana.
Yeah, try and do something different.
Back to the ring.
Oh wow, 24.
You swirl out and you're just like, okay, I've got it this time. You swirl, you swirl, you swirl.
And a crow.
Green smoke and crow.
Does the crow just have a single owl feather in it?
The crow looks miffed at this point.
I'm trying to help it!
He's literally doing that.
How stuck is this? You've been screaming dead at me! Whatever, me. Don't do that,
Me,
me.
I love Perry.
Perry's great.
I mean, I liked it with an owl, but I do actually think I like it more as a crow. Just the attitude.
Any idea on what we need to do to sort this? You've been kind of thrown back and forth to the Fae.
Just kind of hops a bit, just hops onto the ground. Lands on the window, looks out towards the forest.
Okay. Alright then. That was a waste of 30 gold. No, yeah, I know I could have asked you before. I know, but I was just thinking that I could try and do something for you. You've been doing a lot of nice things for us, and then you've been kind of getting this, kind of giving me, like, just getting the shaft for it. Sorry.
Just goes, pecks at the window.
I think you would have heard all the calling by now.
Yeah. You just.
We're all just no way watching this happening there.
Oh no, he's upstairs.
Should we let him know this is going? We know he's in there.
As you open the door, you see like pretty much a child's had a tantrum with just things been thrown everywhere out of
We're all just stood there watching you.
Is everyone there? I thought it was Zeife.
I'm waiting downstairs. Unless this crowing is particularly obnoxiously loud, I'm going upstairs.
We're going to the forest, we're going to kill dead things and make them dead again.
I can ditto.
Okay. What else am I going to do? I can't seem to make an owl, I just seem to be able to make a crow. I love you, Perry. I love you to pieces, and I'm so sorry you're stuck like
It
this.
flies back to your head, lands on top of it.
I don't know what to do anymore. Let's just go. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's just a
As you
state.
And he's just gesturing to you like, he tries.
I'm just gonna just nuzzle him and just tickle under his neck. Let's go.
He flaps and just follows you. Get that crow out of there! What are you doing with a crow in here?
Trying to fix things.
And Mother Grail just like, crow, where's the crow?
He's on his shoulder. No! No! I've
Well, you're stuck with the crows now!
No! I'm trying to unalign my familiar with it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Perry. That's the owl.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Stated the obvious.
Thanks.
Oh dear, I would not want to be in that
Your
body.
insight and wisdom is so wonderful.
I would not want to be in that body.
You can say that.
No offense, no
Defending the
offense.
crow.
No offense, you little crow thing, whatever you are.
Let's go. I don't want to talk to it.
What was he supposed to be, by the way?
Oh no.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
crow's
what?
better. I'm saying this.
Grail, before we go,
Yes.
might be worth keeping an eye on Thornton's old place.
Why?
Some orcs have bought the land.
Orcs, you said?
The boy has kept himself secret. Doesn't sound good to me.
I think I have an idea.
You know the name of the orc, don't we?
Timber tusks.
I need
And then
100 gold, and I can do something with that.
okay.
You said you had something to burn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have 100 gold on you?
I have less than now. I pass over 100 gold.
Oh, thank you. Nine, not nine. No, I don't. I'm joking, of course.
Take you with tomorrow's blessing.
I have an idea. Come back in 2 days. Go to Thornton's place. I have an idea.
I wish you the best. Going
Indeed.
tomorrow's great.
Same to you. Destroy the undead and all that. Don't forget to kill the vampire.
That's the blasé about this.
She's been through a lot. I mean, that's pretty general.
You do not know the half of it. Life kicks your ass.
I mean, we only know that this has happened recently. And there's this shit with the tiara as well.
Thank you for being considerate.
Well,
Can we
that's
go?
just-
He's going, can we go, please? Yeah, sure.
This mother woman just insulted my owl. Crow.
To be fair, I insulted him as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still just flapping around, just like.
I think he's a fine looking crow.
However, as you've gone outside, you see him start to fly out into the forest.
I suppose follow the crow and then just run off.
Follow the crow.
With your little legs.
Yeah,
Does he know where he's going?
Round me along.
No.
Walking.
Bramwell, come back.
I'm like, yeah! With my nunchucks while I'm running.
I'm sure we'll catch up with the crow.
You're just spinning him like a propeller.
I put my hand on
Unfortunately,
Tim's.
you're not flying.
I put my hand on Tim's shell and I go into Perry's vision and I just follow where he is.
You fade into his
And I just
vision,
walk behind him.
and you start
I'll walk
seeing.
behind you.
I'll just
You
pick
start
up
seeing just an enormous swath of like trees out there, and then you start seeing.
Describing his.
You start seeing other crows going into the forest. Just seeing them, some of them flying out, going back in, flying out, going back in.
Some
and then you
crows don't
see-
eat any more animals.
And then you see Perry just seemingly just swoop down into the trees, seemingly as though you feel compelled to go down into the trees. As you flutter down, you flutter down, you flutter down. For a second, you have no vision, as seemingly you exit the distance.
It's a
Then the
mile.
vision comes back.
I think it's a mile.
Yeah, then the vision comes back. You're perched on a hand. A purple hand.
Oh, for the love of Pearl!
And as Perry's head
It's
turns,
helped me in the past.
you see the purple man. As he holds the crow and just like, just looking very curiously at this one crow.
Don't,
His eyes closer and closer.
don't.
Come find me. And then
Not again.
as it
What happened?
Next person who kills an owl, I'm gonna use a fireball on them.
ow. Okay, we're good.
I'm standing on the edge of the forest and I just yell back at
I don't care if you're a god. I will use a fireball on you.
God hears you.
I yell back,
You
I'm
mean
like,
Perry?
the crow just dived, I don't know where it is.
So someone killed Perry
Someone
again?
killed Perry again, and if I swear, if anyone.
Who killed Perry?
Veradon!
Who's Farragon?
Purple guy we met in the forest.
Well, that's not good.
Vampire.
Yeah!
Sounds like a tech company.
Well, that's very not good.
Did he say anything?
He said, come find me.
It's not
Could have just said, come find me, and then just leave Perry alone. But no, he just could break Perry's neck.
Well, by the sounds of it, Varadon's not a nice
You notice that
person.
Perry didn't move as he did that.
Yeah, he was compelled. His brain's pretty scrambled right now.
Do the crows look hungry?
They're crows. They're always hungry. You just see them on the road, just eating everything. No matter
The
what.
ones around him, do they look hungry? Or have they eaten recently?
Did the crows look hungry?
The crows did not look hungry from where
They did not appear to look hungry.
The boy tentatively pats his skin.
But in all fairness, Caboyne, I don't think I would know what a crow would look like when it is hungry, apart from when it is eating, which I've seen firsthand.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I have.
He has seen
was
firsthand.
in Perry's.
In Perry's vision, he ate everything.
To be fair, you're in the body of a crow.
So as we're walking on the road, are we anywhere?
Oh, are you exiting Fandley?
Oh, that's what we've done.
Yeah.
Well, that flight thing, you kind of just blinded.
Yeah, Tim
Alistair
Tim
down.
picked him up.
Yeah.
Easily running.
I'm following Grenwell.
Slightly kind of reading the last up.
You just picked him up like,
Read out the line on the table.
Oh, he's just bounding along and Tim's walking next to him.
Is there other people around? Are there other people on the road?
there seems to be more town folk moving about and like having out commerce. Actually got fresh food now, and they actually seem to be doing things and things more prosperous. Things seem to be happy.
So as we're walking along, do we go past where the goblin cave would be?
Not on the direction. Well, I don't know. Who's got the map?
Who wants to read the map?
So you're heading out,
Yes.
and you're going north. I'm guessing from
Yes.
Fandlin.
That way,
Okay. You're heading north. Okay. So who's leading the party?
Guess
I mean,
I'm
you've run, so.
Yeah, well, I guess you are, because you've run off, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
depends.
Okay.
No, but he was following the
Tim,
front.
I'm behind Tim. Oh no,
Grandma's just stopping every now and again.
I'm with Alistair.
I'm carrying Alice.
I'm behind
Oh,
Grandma.
Tim, you can
Get
run
the
now.
map.
Thank you.
I've got Alistair down.
Just ready to tell him off if he.
No, this way.
Just following
Okay, so
the
you're leading the party.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your wisdom perception? Wisdom modifier, sorry.
Modifier
I'm
1.
not going that full speed.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait,
Roll,
what's in the worst? I mean, my passive.
okay, as you head out,
Passive perception.
roll me a survival.
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
Nice. Well done.
You've
Good
memorised
roll.
the map.
As you're heading through
You haven't looked at the map once.
and
so
heading down
what's
the
going on?
road, I'm guessing you're all going on foot?
Yeah.
Okay. Might take you a while.
Well, yeah, I'm going on 2 feet, if it makes any difference.
Yeah, you don't hop the way, it's much better.
My bare feet.
Who can go on bare feet?
Right, okay.
Not there.
So as you're heading out kind of that north way, just down the road, just following, going through. Not a problem at all.
Everybody looks at this agri on the road. Sort of.
I'm not in there.
You're able to keep an eye. There's like the occasional person on a wagon just going through towards Fandolin, some travelling down. As you get to the fork that leads out towards further into the kingdom and then towards the Sword Coast. Again, there's that commerce, people just moving past, carts and such. Just travel through. You taking the right or you taking the left?
So, get it in my head. Here, yeah?
Yep.
So, right.
Okay, as you take the right. Take the right and you see that on your left becomes that encroaching area of the Fandolin forest. That Neverwinter wood is just seemingly just closing in deeper as you go past on your left. And on the right is more and more seemingly mountainous regions as you move through, and again, nothing particularly seems to happen. However, it does seem to be getting towards that kind of darky, dusky kind of time.
Is this the road we came in on where we were ambushed?
No, it is.
Which way was that? Was that the other way?
That would have been the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So
Goblin Cave is somewhere in the middle of the 2 parts.
yeah, it's getting to
I'm
be
just keeping an eye out for.
about night time.
Keep
It's
an eye
getting
out for
just kind of
anything.
that dusky orange.
I think we might need to stop and rest for the night.
Making a fire.
How
Oh,
far
Miss
have we-
Abaya.
how
The one
far
probably
have
goes
we
very
got
well.
up?
I'll keep you in hand with that.
Nat 20.
But I don't need to. Because that's a natural
If
power.
only we had someone here who's really good at making fires.
How far would you apparently made?
So I have to
Very
no,
well. To be fair,
I will
I
make
can't-
it by hand.
To be fair, I can't go. I
I
just did. I can just.
Please lean
I'm too busy talking about
kindling
the
against
making
your
of the
flame.
fire.
The number that's marked on it, that's the day you've gone through to get there.
Fine. Oh, actually, that's quite fun.
You got a good 26 miles out of it. Okay, so as you plonk down, what did you roll?
Nat 20.
Oh, you've made the best fire you've ever made. Just it took one strike of that flint. It's up. It's completely just gone
I
completely
position
ablaze.
myself slightly further away from the fire.
Fair enough.
Same.
You're like, no, not
That's
again.
quite an angry fire you've made.
Okay, as
Is
you
there a nice fire?
plonk yourselves down and you made yourselves a bit more comfortable
I'm nice fire. Sometimes.
as
You're very nice, fire.
as the night just coats over you and there is that darkness just sets in.
The point is,
Who's going on watch?
I'm taking first.
I'll watch.
No one else is
I
objecting.
would take a watch.
I feel.
Okay, we can't all just take a watch. We're not going to sleep then.
You can take a 2-hour watch.
I'll
Because
stay
that's
up.
part of your long rest.
I'll stay up with someone.
Zeife isn't resting, but she's not going on watch.
Yeah, I'll go and watch with
You're
Tim.
lost in thought.
I'll go and watch with Tim then.
Okay, so you're on first watch? Okay.
Right.
What's your wisdom modifier?
+2.
Okay.
And mine is +3.
Oh, you're watching
passive
as well?
15.
Yeah, we're watching together.
Oh, okay. In that case, so it's +3. Okay, roll me a survival with advantage, since there's 2 of you.
Both with advantage, or what is one of the?
Just one of you.
I've done it, and that's 21.
The night passes pretty peacefully for during your watch. Not much of a problem at all. as there's just those sounds just in the trees, coming from the left, coming from the right as you go. Very faintly, you're just like somewhere. Then from the forest you hear just that. It's taunting.
How you doing, kid?
And as you feel better about the situation, you're just chilling by the fire.
I wish I didn't run away.
You say you wish you didn't run away?
I just couldn't help it.
That's okay.
How are you doing? You had that talk about a tree.
I'm fine. I'm okay. It's fine. We splashed the head collector.
Yeah, you did.
So that was probably
something.
that was a good thing. Hopefully we kept people safe.
Yeah.
You and me, we did good because then nobody else had to fight him and nobody else got hurt.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be. I think it's all gonna be okay.
As the hours, just 2 hours pass, pretty uneventful. Who's on next watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay, on your own?
I think I have to get everyone through.
Oh, if anybody would like to try for a plot armor, they can.
I thought they would just yell out randomly.
Hopefully
I'm still sitting
there's
pretty
a lot of backstory to
Oh,
it.
harvesting that.
No, I meant like the
I had to
who
write
gets,
to-
I
write to
meant
the
the who
next
gets to
time.
tell
The
the
hardest
story
to
about
get it,
what was
so I'm
random,
like,
not the
this is
actual
this
things,
way.
obviously, no. I meant the who about what was
People can
random.
try if they'd like, but it's up to you. No?
I think
Okay.
we should have more.
Okay, so next, Kavoy. What's your wisdom modifier?
+3.
Okay. Roll me a survival.
8.
As you are...
You trip and fall into the fire.
You're on the fire!
Just die.
My eyesight's put out by the flame, I can't see it. Yeah.
As you've been staring very closely into the fire, your night vision is kind of a little bit frazzled. As you get closer and just you see almost like flame. There we go. The flames flicker in front of your eyes. It seems like there's almost life in the fire. And in the back of your head she just goes, it's fire, dumbass. And then as you stare back out to the darkness, you see practically nothing. You've got kind of like burn redness at the moment. And then as you're looking out, darkness. You just see everybody laid out, resting, asleep. And you're lost with your thoughts. As you spend about an hour just looking out into the wilderness. Looking at spells. Okay. And as you peer out, you hear a very faint and as your vision comes back, you see that on the outskirts of the road, seemingly on the opposite side from where you guys are resting, you see a small pack of wolves padding closer, wary as they circle around near the fire. Each of them just noticing that you're awake, their eyes not leaving you as they pad slightly to the right, slightly to the left, watching you.
It's quite a large fire, right?
It is quite large. Roll me animal handling.
Would
Okay,
I
we're going down that.
see this since
And you be asleep.
I'm not.
You're not sleeping at
She
all?
didn't sleep, no.
I'm just sat at the fire.
Okay, well, you're kind of just lost in thought at the moment.
19.
You can notify if you like.
On the animal handling.
Okay, animal handling, you hold out your hand.
Remembering how very stood up, I hold it out slightly sideways.
And then the wolves just disappear back into the forest. Just padding away.
Probably wasn't theirs.
He's got a whole pack now.
They're embarrassed in this horror movie.
And the rest of your watch goes uneventfully. As who's on watch next? Okay.
I'm waking up Sheila before I wake up.
Okay.
The gnome.
Take you away.
I mean,
Earn
sure
your
you don't
place.
want to wake up the gnome as well, just in case. My +1 to wisdom.
I hear, yeah.
So that's your call to make.
I hear as you go to sleep, and I just sort of hear the noises of you going to sleep a little bit. I'm just like, "Wah!" Sort of like wake up really
You hit the
quickly.
bee
And just sort of,
Clank, 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 clank.
who goes there? And then I just like, might as well help take watch.
So you and Sheila take the next watch, okay? Modifiers?
Or
Wisdom.
3.
Okay. So roll me a survival with advantage.
Do you want to roll
18.
Your watch passes pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
Like nothing particularly happens. And you're just watching out. It's just like occasionally a bat flies overhead, an owl flies overhead. Nothing else seems to happen.
Just an owl.
Gotta be on the yard.
Okay, and your watch passes uneventfully. Who's on last watch?
I'll take her.
Okay, I was about to say yours, all that's left. Okay, as you're just staring into the fire.
No, I'm gonna start strolling around a bit.
Okay, so what, you're patrolling around the fire? Okay. What's your wisdom modifier?
+3.
Okay, roll me a survival.
13.
Okay.
Oh, plus, yeah, 16.
Okay, and as you are patrolling around to the campfire, you're patrolling around the campfire, you see several diminutive figures heading towards your camp. Weapons are not drawn,
Mine is. Now.
as you see that each of them has bat-like ears and greenish skin. As they all head closer and you see their yellow eyes just like a little fearful.
I'm gonna go wake them up.
Hello.
Are these the gnomey goblin cave people you were looking for?
Tim's reinforcement.
Hey. Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Tim. Who are you?
As the first one comes up and seems to be wearing like a sack.
Who are you?
I'm Tim. Who are you?
Tim. I'm Stiggle.
Stiggle. Do you know Gubbly?
Gubbly.
Gubbly.
As they just look to each other.
Didn't it die? Yeah, we have got some Gubbly in a long time.
How long is a long time?
Days.
No, that's not that long. He was okay.
Oh, good. Do you have any food?
Sure.
Good.
I take out one of my rations. How many of them are there?
5.
They're quite small. I take out one of my daily rations, packs, or whatever they are. Like, here, you can share this out.
They're desperately eating it.
You want to come next to the fire? Are you
They're all looking to each other.
Don't know about that.
We don't have to, but if you want to, that's what it's for.
Okay.
As they all just pad closely to the fire, they get a lot warmer and they're just a little more calm about the situation, but you can see that they're on edge. As you recognise that
Here?
these goblins, they're seemingly from those caves.
So do I vaguely recognise?
You vaguely recognise a few of them, passingly. You don't recognise Gubbly, however.
Sure. What you doing out here?
Surviving.
Why are you not back at your house?
That's not our house.
Well, Well, it's, it's a place.
It's,
It's a lot of space, prime real estate.
they took it back. They kept trying to take it back.
Who took it back?
King Roll, he owns the place.
Who?
King Roll.
King Grawl.
Yes. He owns the place. He
Who's
says
that?
it's his.
They kicked you out. He kicked you out of your
Oh,
house.
no, we ran. We're not messing with bugbears. We're not messing with hobgoblins. We're not messing with the plans of the Black Spider.
Where are you going to
The
go?
who? The what?
Black Spider.
I don't know who that is.
Well,
Wait, do
we
I know
were
who
trying to defend ourselves.
No.
Then one of the bugbears called back someone. He said that there was a guy in a cloak. Had burning hair.
Like, sure.
Doesn't ring a bell.
And he...
No, wait. That's Shuli's dad.
Sorry, what?
Just because it's a person with burning hair doesn't mean it's necessarily Charles dad.
Yeah, that's racist.
Yeah.
It increases the
Okay,
chance.
that's a fair
How many
point.
people around have you seen with
Makes it
Gamestart?
Sure.
Did he have burning hair or was he just
He had
on
burning
fire?
hair, but he had black skin.
So he might have just been on fire.
Yes,
Was he
maybe.
bothered by the fire?
No,
He might have just been like, she was
but
dead.
he grabbed hold of one of us and just burned him. He just held him and burned him.
That's rude. And quite unfortunate.
And he whispered something as he said it. He said, in the name of Wei Yin. Something like that.
Of who?
Wei Yin. In the
Wei
name
Yin?
of Wei Yin.
Wei Yin.
Wei Yin.
Yes,
Wei-yin.
Wei-yin.
Yes,
Okay.
Wei Yin.
Alright, no, just making sure. Well, are you just living out here now?
I'm wondering, we're looking for some kind of shelter.
Are you all that's left?
Us five, yeah. I mean, wolves take a few of us.
Maybe head to Fandolin. Go to the inn there. Go.
We're not going to find it
Why not?
because they kill us.
Well, see if you can find Toblin and tell him that Tim and his friends said that you're okay.
Terribly.
But I mean, you have to make sure that you are okay. You can't go stealing stuff or killing people.
Well, we might go there, but what about the rest of us? We're not the only goblins.
How many of you are there?
Well, there's others that they're stuck in servitude. They say that Groomsh decides that goblins must serve
Here's Rouge.
the god in the high sky.
He doesn't sound like much of a god.
It's a good point, mate.
As all of them just huddle like,
I didn't mean it.
Seem awake now.
Maybe we should wake the others. I'm not sure we should decide what to do about this. They know things and they can plan things better than we can.
Yeah, that's true. Let's wake up Alistair. He's very
Right,
smart.
yeah, Alistair. Alistair's the smart one.
okay, as you shake Alistair awake, that's where we'll wrap up for today's episode.
Oh.
And I certainly hope that you all enjoyed. Granted, a little
I
bit
thought
less of
Alistair.
a less of an attack-heavy episode, but certainly I think some things were definitely learned here.
Don't drink things.
Lessons to learn.
Don't drink weird concoctions.
Don't trust a gnome who's brewed stuff in the middle of a panic.
That's the key one.
Don't trust
you're
the gnome.
Don't
Full stop.
Yeah.
We're on a quest from a gnome.
Don't put tiara on when you're absolutely off your face.
Yeah, don't wear a tiara when you've got
It
psychedelics.
was pretty.
It's
At
trippy.
the time, I can imagine it was very pretty.
Okay.
Daddy
Well.
issues all around.
Hope that you all enjoyed the episode for today, and remember, next time, see you next week, keep rolling.
Hey!
Well done.